yeah, the atmosphere. It's amazing.
Storm v the Eels. Yeah.
All right, Holly coming back on the 14-metre line. She's heading into 2-ball. Look, running a little bit late, a little narrow, but she's surviving. She's around 4, headed to 5.
She's late.
She's going to need a big 5. She's just
trouble.
made it. She couldn't quite squeak around that 6-ball.
She got late out of 4, didn't she?
Yeah. She was just running a little more down course as that pass went on.
Thought I got 5 at 14. 5 at 14 there for
5 at 14.
Holly. Christy Appleton will be up next from Queensland. Okay, some good images from down to the start dock there. We see our start dock there, and we see in the water, of course, Christy Appleton. Young, up and rising superstar of Australian water skiing. And she heads under that Swan Street Bridge in for pass number 1.
All right, coming in for her gates. Heading into 1. That was a pretty good 1-ball. She's around 2. Heading into 3. Looking good. Lovely position out of that 3-ball. Comfortably into 4. And headed over to 6. That's a successful pass. She looks pretty comfortable there.
Yeah, that was nice. Good warm-up pass. Tough young competitor, Christy. Australia over the years have had the ability to produce some very strong female skiers, of course. And she's another one in that long list. Tough jumper, good jumper, but competitive in all 3 events. See there the personal best. Might be a little bit outdated, but you can see solid 3-event skier, 3.5 at 12, 55.60. I think from memory this morning, the PB might be 58.80 now in the trick event, and 45.6 in the jump event. So very good 3-event skier. Okay, 14.25 metre line now from the city end. Good start on 1. Round 3 she goes. This is 14.25. She sort of started a line length longer than the rest of a lot of the field. She's just trying to feel things out, which is not a bad idea. I think she's just getting comfortable out there on the water. So, Georgie, are you going to ski Australian Nationals coming up in a couple of weeks?
Yes, I am. Very
Cool.
excited for that.
So this is your division, under 21 woman?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I've done, obviously Queensland's a pretty big state, so I'm from Northern Region, Christy's from Southern Region, so we don't do a lot of training together, but we have skied state titles and national championships, some regional events when I go down there or vice versa, so yeah, should be exciting. I'm excited for nationals.
Cool.
It's always a good event.
Yeah. Nationals are fun.
Yeah.
You guys are doing your nationals at Easter same time as Junior Worlds.
Yeah.
You're a bigger country than New Zealand, and you're probably, obviously your Junior Worlds competitors won't be there.
Yeah.
But New Zealand, we've moved our nationals back a couple of weeks because we can't really afford to run our nationals without our top 6 or 7 juniors and their parents. So
Yeah, of course.
we've made that call, but yeah.
No, it is definitely a challenging time, and I think they did consider changing nationals because you do have a lot of the really good junior skiers obviously heading off to Worlds and families involved, judging, all of that. But they did decide to make final call. It just stayed the same as always, nationals in April.
First World Championships ever at Easter.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, that's right. Unless Bruce Coburn might know more than me, but because he was the world trick champion in the summer of '69, but that we established this morning. But no, I believe it's the first World Championships ever at Easter. Just kind of something unique.
All right, Chrissy back on the 13-metre line. She had a little of a funny one. Just a little late into 2. She's gotten around 3.
Pulled out into 5
she's
though.
going to need a big 5. And she's just gotten it. She's
Wow.
squeaked around 6. She is stoked.
There's not
as
many,
she should be.
honestly, there's not many, all due respect to the ladies on site, but there's not many female skiers that would have run that past. Like Christy's a scrapper. You
tough.
got to give her credit. She's tough, nuggety competitor, and she was not giving up here. She was pretty late, round 5. You watch her here, over to 6. Oh, that's actually 4 there, sorry. Over to 5. Gets late here, pulls all the way to 6. Boom. Yeah, it doesn't look as bad on the replay. She had more time on the replay, but watching it live, I thought that was pretty strong effort to run that pass.
No, she was determined for sure. She was tough and she survived it, which is what she needed to do. So she'll come back at 12 metres, which is awesome skiing. She should be really happy to get into her 4th pass on the Yarra.
Okay, 12-metre line now coming out for Christy Appleton. This will be a tough pass, but let's see. We wish her well. Into 2 she goes. She's late on 2, and that'll be it, I think. 2 boys in the 12-metre line. Christy Appleton's a solid score. PB is around 3.5, I think.
Yeah.
So that's close to a PB for Christy Appleton. She's going to be pretty happy with that. Good gutsy skiing.
She should be happy. That was great skiing. And obviously she's got more time on the water later. She's already tricked this morning. She's got, obviously, slalom now, and then she'll have jump. Her first round of jump, and I believe night jump as well tonight.
Yeah, juniors jumping tonight, and including Christy in that field. That's great to see. She'll beat a couple of the boys too, I'm sure. She's pretty tough. Plenty of skill. Well, we go to Austria now. Leona Berner. Just see if we've got a bio for her. I don't know a lot about Leona. Here we go. 4.5 on 12 is her best event. She's home ski site is Fischlam. I've actually been to Fischlam in Austria. She can jump, as Europeans can jump. 45.7 metres. A good 3 event skier. 47.50 in tricks. And 4.5 on the 12. Skis on a KD slalom ski. Coached by the great Franz Openleitner. What a legend of world jumping he was back in the 80s and 90s. 16-metre line at 55k for Leona to start.
All right, she's coming into course now. Headed through those entry gates. Good approach into one, lovely position out of one. Nice stacked, a little deep into two. Oh, slow out of three. Headed over to four though. Around five. Six and through the exit gate, so that's a successful pass. She should be happy. She looked pretty relaxed out there.
Yeah, it's good. I'm not sure whether Leona's been here in Australia training or whether she's prepared in Florida or somewhere, because I don't think you'd be skiing in Austria at the moment, not water skiing anyway. Be snow skiing. So I'm sure there's a story. Don't know.
No, I don't know too much about her.
Oh, she's your age. That's why we've got you on commentary. Youngster like you, you'd know what's going on with the 19, 20-year-old girls. But yeah, she's obviously maybe come from the States. I mean, I guess it's possible she goes to school in Florida or somewhere like that, and university, college, and she's been training there in warmer places.
Yeah, so she might have to go and have a chat with her later and see what she's been doing.
I think that will make that your mission next time you get a break, although you're probably not going to get a break today, because Jared Fraro's a very busy man. He's doing interviews all day with Nautique. Here's Leona. This is her second pass, which is 14.25. She's getting it done pretty well here. Shout out to all her family out home in Austria. And I'm sure it's probably pretty early in the morning there in Austria at the moment. Or late at night, one of the two.
She should be happy with that pass. That was pretty nice. Short turn at 13 metres. It's always nice when you get to go up and back and sit back down at the dock, drop in and reset for the harder passes.
Get a little bit extra time here at Moomba than a lot of sites too. Just let the washback subside a bit, settle down. Of course, we're picking on Bruce Coburn a bit this morning, but back in Bruce Coburn's day, they used to just spin at each end. They didn't stop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just brought them in. It was rolling. They could handle it back then in the 60s. The other thing, if you watch, we all looked at the real old pictures from Moomba. There was no safety barriers here. Everyone was sitting right down with their feet in the water and the cobblestones. Yeah.
Wow, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it was. I mean, if you think about it, probably got an extra 30,000 or 40,000 people in to watch it.
Really?
I see the safety officers right here. We're definitely not doing that this year. People. My name's Jared Fraro, if you're writing any tickets. We're definitely staying inside the safety barriers this year, remember. It's wonderful people from the city of Melbourne making sure we stay safe. But yeah, anyway, back in the 70s and 80s, they'd do stuff like that, and it was terrible. It was people getting hit by skiers all the time. So
really?
we definitely, no.
Oh, I was going to say.
But definitely don't want to do that anymore. It's much safer now. Anyway, I need to move on before I get myself in trouble. Here we go. Austria now. This is the 13-metre line. Leona. I think conditions look pretty good at the moment as far as the Yarra goes.
The current leader is Christy Appleton at 2 at 12, so she's going to have to get through this 13-metre pass, which is not easy, but she's looking good. She's headed over to 5.
Oh! Took a big hit there on 5 ball. Probably should be disappointed. She probably should have run that past Georgie. She had done enough to run it. Let's watch the replay. Watch it again.
Watching this replay, she looks good. A little slow out of 4 maybe. On to 5, she just got on. Tried to hold on to it.
Well, it gives Christy Appleton a really good score to take into round 2. She's given herself a 3-boy lead into the second round, which is good for her. Good effort.
So that concludes the under-21 women slalom division. Christy Appleton taking the lead with 2 at 12, and then we've got Leona Berner with 5 at 13, and then Holly Lusef with 5 at 14. So we'll head into the under-18 boys slalom round 1 now.
That was a close record. Okay, so we got some breaking news here, Georgie, and the 3 at 10 at 11.25 from Christiana Diosma is a new course record in junior MOOMBA for girls. It was beforehand; it was 2.5 at 11, co-held by Sadie Ferguson and Bailey Austin. Bailey Austin. Bailey was a skier from the United States, and we're going back 12 or 13 years, I would say, since she skied here at Junior Member. So congratulations to Christiana, a new course record in the girls' slalom.
That's incredible. She should be stoked. And obviously, like I said, a lot more skiing to be done by her for the next few days. So she'll be feeling good. All right, we've got the under-17 boys. George Bulfer from the United States of America. Not sure on that starting speed or line length, so we'll wait for the boat confirmation down the other end. He made it through that pass, so...
Okay, folks, we're back on here on the Yarra. Under-17 boys slalom is underway. George Bulfer of the United States has just run, I think it might have been 55.16 actually, because he's coming back now at 58.16. But we will keep an eye on things for you. So we've got some pictures there of the barge, I think, for the Birdman being put in place. It's one of those things at MOOMBA, Georgie, because there's a bit of chatter from the judges because they actually are having to make the run-in kind of 30, 40 metres shorter for the slalom at the moment because of the barge movements, which is fine. I mean,
yeah.
we're okay. We're working in with the city of Melbourne and the river, but it's the sort of stuff that happens at this tournament that doesn't happen at many others.
Yeah, of course. One of the challenges of the Yarra River.
Good pass.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. See if we can find a skier's bio. I'm not too sure. Don't know a lot of information about the skier. He looks pretty young.
He does look young, which makes me wonder whether he's used to shortening at 55k, not 58, which may have made that pass at 58.16 even more impressive. I don't think he filled out a bio, though, because I didn't see one earlier on. Never know, though.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I'm not seeing anything here. Oh.
There you go.
Got one. He's 16. And he's got a personal best of 2.5 at 35 off. Rides a D3.
Webcast shout out to Bode Buffler. I think it's Bode. I'm not reading the writing too well. But anyway, I've done my shout out. Webcast shout out. Something new this year at MOOMBA is the webcast shout outs.
The weather's really turned it on here in Melbourne. We've got a sunny day and the conditions look pretty good.
Yeah, it's nice.
They look really good.
Yeah, it's always extra warm in the mornings here at, or later on, the late mornings in the commentary, in the Rob Wing commentary box because of the sun shining in. It does seem to, when the shade comes in an hour or two, it cools off a little bit. So, George, your first time at MOOMBA comment, is it the first time on a webcast or?
Yeah, well, other than Nationals last April.
Did you webcast your Nationals last year?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We had
That's
a really
impressive.
good setup.
We haven't webcast the Nationals yet in New Zealand. We will do one day, though, I'm sure. Here's George now. This is 14.25, 58. Getting it done. Looks pretty solid at the moment. And there we go.
That looks pretty good.
Good pass. So you got a few friends tuning in.
Yes.
I see you getting a few messages on your socials, on your phone.
Yes.
Listen to me trying to sound like I'm 20, 25 instead of 55. Yeah, so they're all watching and
They
enjoying
are,
it?
yeah. Mum and Dad are watching
Cool.
at home. I think Dad's got a bit of FOMO that I'm down here and he's not.
Yeah. It's funny, you get, I find that with my kids too. You seem to be, they go on more holidays than I do.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I don't know how this is working out, but anyway. Although I'd say that, but I'm in Melbourne for 5 days, so I can't complain.
So you guys you haven't streamed your national championships?
No, we haven't.
No.
No, we haven't. ever stringed to national championships. The only real webcast we've ever done in New Zealand that I can think of was the University World Championships last year in Auckland, which was good. We had a webcast company come in that had actually done a lot of work with rowing. And New Zealand rowing is a pretty big sport in New Zealand, and they came in, never been to a water ski tournament, but they did a really good job.
Yeah, wow.
So, it's...
We were pretty fortunate last year. Queensland hosted. It was their turn to host the Nationals, even though we did it down in New South Wales, Port Macquarie. But we had Gus from Queensland do our webcast, and I think he talks a bit to the TWBC crew and kind of ran a similar setup. So it was really good. It was a good streaming setup for sure.
Okay, 13 now for George. Getting a little bit late here. He's got slack line on 3. He's around 4 though. Good scrambling. 4 at 13, I think, will be his score. Yeah.
Next skier we've got is Callum O'Connor from Queensland. So similar arrangement, he's from the southern region. So I don't do any training with him, but have been to a few tournaments with him. He's definitely a good skier. He's actually the Queensland junior captain for the Nationals this year, so he should be excited. He'll be down at Nationals in April. Yeah, so let's see how he goes today.
So your Australian Nationals this year are all happening the same week? Because didn't last year it got split over a couple of weeks? Or
yeah,
something?
It was one of the first times Queensland decided to run Nationals on a one lake site, which was hard. It was different, and I think probably a bit biased because I'm from Queensland, but I feel like Queensland did a pretty good job. And it's hard with the limited sites you've got in Australia, the limited,
two lake sites.
2 lake L-class sites, that can host Nationals. So that was good. But it's back to Moela this year, so with 2 sites running, they can bring it back down into the 1 week. But yeah, there were pros and there were cons to doing we had to split it between the junior and the over division, which, you've got to do what you've got to do. And it did take more time. So there were people like families who had to be down there the whole time. Yeah,
I was going to say, be certain, like tournament director or the guy that changes the boys or whatever, he would have to be there for 2 whole weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
Dad was pretty involved in the tech, and so we were there for pretty much 2.5 weeks, like setting everything up at the start and all of that.
So Moala has the Aussie Nationals at Easter. It has the Oceania Champs at the end of November, and it has the World Championships next February.
Wow, so busy time.
It's going to be busy at Moala.
On the water, we've got Callum O'Connor. He had a lovely one-ball start, I looked there, and he's headed his way down the rest of the pass. He's around 5, headed over to 6, and he has gotten through that as a successful pass. We're going to have to wait for the judges' confirmation because I'm not sure what line length or speed that was again. Looks like 16 metres, whether it was 55 kilometres an hour or 58.
Okay, so Callum's career best 3 at 12. That could be a little outdated as some of the webcast
His skier bio
That's
here.
still 3 at 12.
Matches
so,
3 at 12.
That's good.
He's got down for his coaches, Bruce, Jimmy, Lucas and Pete Cornell. I know Lucas is on the live stream watching.
Oh,
cool. I think he'll be a little devo. He's had a surgery on his ligament, I think only last week, and so he wanted to ski, but he wasn't able to make it. So he'll be tuning in. Anyway,
Oh,
Callum on the water.
what was that, 14?
Yeah, I believe so. He
One and
looks
a
like,
half.
again, he had a pretty good start. Watching the replay, his one was good. He had plenty of time into 2, and he just rocked onto the back, falling back into the water. He looks disappointed.
You could hear a huge sigh around the world when Lucas posted the pictures of himself post-surgery
Yeah.
in the hospital bed, because he's a bit of a fan favourite, and I know from Australia's point of view, they see him as the next best chance of winning the men's slalom at Moomba. And, of course, Nick Adams will still be here flying the flag, as well as a few other younger skiers. But Lucas Cornell is certainly well-liked around the world, and everyone really wanted to see him slalom here at Moomba and challenge Charlie Ross and Freddie Winter and
Of course.
Thomas de Gasperi, the top guys. But he actually skied Oz Kiwi. I was at Oz Kiwi in New Zealand, and he skied in that foot. Wasn't too flash when he skied there, and I hope he didn't make it worse by skiing Oz Kiwi, but
That's
it was
pretty
great.
impressive stuff.
Yeah, it was. He was literally wearing a moon boot and limping down to the start dock and taking the moon boot off and
Wow.
slaloming, and not to his best, but he still, I think he might have managed to run into 10.7 deep, maybe 5 at 10.75 or something, I think.
That's really
It's
impressive.
still a good score considering. And then,
Yeah.
but it seemed to get worse over the weekend, so not sure if skiing at Oz Kiwi made it worse or not. But anyway, shout out to Lucas.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be back on the water as soon as he can.
He's tough, he'll be back.
Yeah,
And he can just sit back and enjoy the coverage.
yeah.
Big fan of water ski webcasts, Lucas Cornell. Jagger King is up next. New South Wales.
All right, he's made his way through the entry gates, headed into 2-ball now. Oh, and he's just, I think there was a bit of movement around that 2-ball, and he's
Oh boy.
unfortunately in the drink.
Oh boy. Opening pass, fall. Well, I've said it before. The Yarra River will chew you up and spit you out if you're not careful. Can be tough. Definitely not like any other ski site in the world.
Yeah,
So that's disappointing.
it is challenging. And it is unfortunate, but it does kind of bring some emphasis into some of the skiers that we have seen running a few passes and getting down into their hardest pass. That's not easy to do, and it's really impressive to do here. And you've got some of the best skiers, obviously, here at this event, and unfortunately stuff like blowing your opener does still happen.
Yeah, moving through the program, we go to a youngster, Taj Reeves, out of Queensland, of course, southeastern Queensland. So maybe another skier you don't see too much of, Georgie, but you obviously would at nationals and regional champs.
Yeah. Yeah. Sisters Zali Reeves and Dad Scott Reeves are all skiing at Moomba. So it's pretty awesome to have all three from the family. Amy Reeves is also here watching, obviously supporting them all.
Yeah, there wouldn't be too many. It has happened, I'm sure, but wouldn't be too many times that, you know, there's a dad skiing or a mum skiing an open Moomba, and then there's a couple of their kids skiing a junior
Yeah.
Moomba. It's
Very
pretty
impressive. Looking at Taj's skier's bio, he's got a personal best for slalom of 3 at 11 metres, which is pretty amazing. He's only 14 years old. So let's see what he can do on the Yarra today. Conditions look really good. There is still that tailwind current a little bit, but for wind, it's relatively flat.
It's beautiful. I think it's beautiful out there. I mean,
Yeah.
the Yarra's always going to have little hidden demons, but it looks pretty nice to me. We see the coursework guys waxing the ramp. That always gets me kind of excited. There's a few things about MOOMBA that get me excited, but the ceremonial waxing of the ramp on the first morning of Junior MOOMBA is always one of the more exciting things as we look to that jump event in a couple of hours.
Probably, yes.
55-14 to start for Taj Reeves.
Got Zali Reeves down on the dock there, and Scotty Reeves down at the fence by the water. Definitely eager to watch Taj come into the course.
Comfortable so far in this opening pass. 55-14. Classy calm at the moment, especially down that city end of the slalom course. Some of the odd rock starting to turn up here. Georgia just said Thomas de Gasperi, of course. Just turned up. Say good day. He's here on site. He is obviously former winner here at MOOMBA, multiple winner of the World Championships. Good to see him here.
It is pretty incredible the turnout you get at MOOMBA. In the next few days, all the open skiers. There's some big names out there, and it'll be exciting to watch them.
So the speed will go up to 58k now for Taj. He'll be at 14 still. The rope will stay the same length. Okay, here we go. 58 on the 14-metre line. Taj Reeves starts well. On time and early out of two, although he pulls a little bit hard out of two there. Over to three. He's getting it done. Round four. Hits for 5 and good 5-ball. Runs out past. Very nice in the end on the 14 at 58k. It's Taj Reeves.
He should be stoked with that. That was good skiing, and he'll be returning on the 13-metre line. So far, I believe that's put him into the lead.
Oh no, oh no. I think we might have 0 on gates here, folks. We're just waiting for confirmation from the tower. But I've just heard a call of a 0 on gates. I don't know if that's 100% being confirmed. Oh, well, that's not the angle you officially judge gates from, but that is a bit of a damning angle,
Yeah.
I'd have to say. You see the fin there is on the wrong side of that gate ball. If under the MOOMBA rule, if any part of that ski touches the buoy, it's a good gate.
That is a really close call.
Yeah, you'd have to look at the gate camera. Will give you a much better view.
I haven't been fortunate enough to ski here before, but from what I've heard from skiers is that ends a little challenging with the gate because you're kind of just coming off that whip, and if you haven't slalomed here much, getting your bearings on that, obviously you have the pre-gates to help you, but it is a little challenging. And
Especially
so
from that end, Georgie, this is what I hear anyway. Like
Yeah.
you, I haven't skied here well, I did ski here, but it was so long ago. We were skiing behind arcs, not boats. But from that city end, I think something happens with the bend in the river,
Yeah.
and it kind of holds
gives
you
you
up
a bit of
little
a whip,
bit.
maybe.
Yeah, it's. Oh, that's disappointing though for Taj. Pretty sure that's been confirmed as 0 on gates. Not that anyone cares about what I did in the 80s, Georgie, but I actually did miss my gates here in 1989 at Junior
Really?
MOOMBA. Yep.
So what was it like to ski at MOOMBA?
Oh, it was great. It was amazing. And
yeah. Skiing through the city.
yeah, it was really cool, but it's so long ago, I'm struggling to remember. But we skied behind outboards back then.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool.
Were there big crowds?
Yeah, the crowds.
Everyone
Yeah,
came
the
down.
crowds were big, and live TV as well, of course, back then. Not for juniors, but you know,
Yeah.
during the week. In fact, the first time I ever came to MOOMBA, which was the year before, 1988, I actually ended up. I was so astounded by live TV coverage of MOOMBA. I actually spent at least half of MOOMBA back in the hotel room watching it on TV, just because it was just crazy, amazing. I'd never seen, because back then you didn't have YouTube or social media, so to watch something on TV, you actually had to be in the country where it was being played on TV, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it was definitely pretty cool back in the day. But it's pretty cool now. You know, the crowds are actually, to be fair, the crowds are actually at night now for the night jump, and later in the evening on the weekend. I think the crowds are as big as they've ever been. Massive crowds. It's just kind of a little bit different. It's just different, you know? It's the same but different. It's still packed. There's no more room, you know, on the banks. If you get here at 8 o'clock at night during the weekend, there's no extra room to put any more people in. Oh, this looks like a Kiwi to me. You can see the blonde hair of Zack Bainbridge. This will be 58.14 to start. Nice pass.
Lovely style. He really opens up on his 135 side.
He's a good skier.
Yeah.
Bainbridge boys, a lot of talent. Watch the replay here now. Yeah, pretty easy stuff. So Zack Bainbridge of New Zealand. I didn't hear the boat, but I'm picking that was 14.58. Runs that pass pretty comfortably. Okay, here comes Zack Bainbridge, 13 now, 58k from the city end. Lightest of head breezes here. Just the 3 guys, looking pretty solid at the moment. Over to 4, breaks forward a little on 4, but he's okay. Round 5 and over to 6 and runs the 13-metre line. Good skiing from Zack.
That was really good skiing. Every time you see the skier go through the exit gates, it's pretty cool on that shot from the boat to see the city behind them.
Yeah, good pass there. 13.58 for Zack. All the Kiwi fans back home in New Zealand will be wishing Zack. We know he can score sort of 3 or 4 at 11s. About, you know, he can get there. This next pass, 12 metres, been a little bit inconsistent so far this season, but he's certainly capable of getting into 11. If you get into 11 a couple of times, both rounds, you know, you got a good chance of getting on the podium in Junior MOOMBA, but you kind of have to do it both rounds, I think. And given the field, the strength of the field, it may not even be enough just to do that.
His skier's bio says he's got a PB of 3 at 11. So have you spent some time with Zack? Tournaments or training?
I go to tournaments he's at.
Yeah.
And he, yeah. And I see him. He lives at the other end of the country to me.
Yeah.
And he's pretty cool, Zack. Like, he's one of the cool kids. He's not likely to hang out with me too much, Georgie. But yeah, and he's not one to strike up a conversation. He's not much of a conversationalist, if you know what I mean. Likes to keep his cards pretty close to his chest.
Yeah.
But he's a good skier. Very talented family.
Yeah, of course.
The Bainbridges.
He's got a lovely style out there.
Now he's off to obviously Junior Worlds in a couple of weeks. New Zealand will be hoping that he can make the slalom final at Junior Worlds. To do that slalom final at Junior Worlds, you typically need to get a couple at 11. So this will be a good test here. This won't be easy, 13 metre on the Yarra from the Swan Street Bridge in. But if you can run this, come back and get a couple at 11, then you start to get your confidence up for Junior MOOMBA, which is another high pressure, Junior Worlds, which is another similar high pressure tournament.
Yeah, of course. Right. Coming in at 12 metres, he's made his way through the gates, around one ball, he's headed into two, little slow out of two, he's fast into three, but he's had a big turn, he's heading over to four, just inside.
3 at 12, which is, he skied a tournament this last weekend in New Zealand. That's about what he scored at Kirita at the New Zealand Invitational. So it's about on par for him at the moment. But he's, like you say, his PB's 3 at 11. So he would have been hoping to run this 12 metre pass. Well, we're getting through the draw now. The next competitor will be, is it Giovanni Bloyer now from the United States. Field gets fairly international now. Obviously, we had the Kiwi, Zack Bainbridge. We go to Giovanni from the US. We go to Francisco Georges of Argentina. Rory Heffernan of Queensland. BG Bickley, United States. Bautista Aranda from Argentina. Samuel Brown from Chile. Landon Stisher of the US of A. And then, top seed is a Queenslander, Georgie.
Yes,
pretty cool. Dylan Wright. And really easy name to pronounce as well, too, which is great for the commentators. Dylan Wright is a top seed in this under-17 slalom, so this is good.
Yeah. No, I know a bit about Dylan because he's from the northern region as well. We ski at the same site in Babinda, Ski North, and a little bit up at Tinaroo, the public lake up there. So he's been improving leaps and bounds, really, and he's excited for the Worlds. He's been doing lots of training into this, so he's excited for this as well. I think he sets pretty high expectations on himself.
Has he been running 11 fairly regularly, or?
Yeah. He sets high expectations on himself, and there have been tournaments where it matters, and you've got the nerves, and it works well for him.
Yeah, good
he
on
always seems to perform.
Good on him.
Yeah.
I kind of, I'm kind of going to give him a little bit of an extra watch or interest in his skiing because, like I said, Kiwi parents.
Yeah.
There's that little tie to New Zealand, so we're going to claim him. Hopefully, he can get a medal at the Worlds.
Yeah. No, I think he is. I think he's hoping for that for sure.
Okay, before we get to Dylan Wright, though, we've still got another 7 or 8 skiers. We go to the United States, Giovanni Bloyer. We got a bio sheet on Giovanni. Pretty cool name. I'm picking he could be of Italian descent, somewhere along the lines.
It's looking pretty good out there. Headed over to 5 ball and making his way to 6. That's a successful pass. Obviously wait for the judge's call, but it looks really good. He looks comfortable out there. That was a good pass.
I just figured out you've got the boys' bios there, Georgie, so I've got the girls. So no, you can find it. You find the PB would be interesting for Giovanni, but he's just run the 14 metre. Just run the 14. Okay, so we see there from the United States. And the webcast is saying 1 at 11. We're going to check that though, see if there's been an update since that score. Just 16 years of age.
We do have a skiers bio. 1.5 at 38 off for Slalom.
Okay.
And he's skiing on a syndicate ski. 16 years old. And it's his first time at MOOMBA. First MOOMBA appearance.
What part of the United States? He's just
He's just
home
written,
ski site is. Oh, man. Can you read that? Georgie, you're more likely to read a 16-year-old's writing than me.
I meant to become a teacher, but I can't read that.
Okay, he's from the States anyway.
All right, he's coming back in for his second pass. Headed through the entry gates on his way to 1. Pretty good start. Lovely stack position out of the ball. Lovely 2. He's looking on time. Relaxed out of 3. He's a little down course. Broke a little into that ball 5, but not too much to stress about because he was pretty well on time. He should be happy with that.
Well, Giovanni runs the 13-metre line. Current lead is with Zack, is it? Zack Bainbridge still, 3 at 12.
Yeah.
But there's still a heck of a lot of top skiers to come. The 12-metre line coming up now from the Swan Street Bridge end. Righto, Georgie, talk us through this 12-metre line.
All right. He's made his way through the gates. Oh, lovely one ball. Plenty of time into 2. He's a little slow. Some speed into 3, and he didn't quite manage to turn that one, so he's inside 4. He looked a little disappointed heading to 4. That was a really good start, but he just looked a little slow out of 2. Too much speed, tried to hook it, didn't quite get as much as he needed. He looked a little fast on that gate, actually.
It's all tied up at the top now. We've got 2 skiers now with 3 at 12. Zack Bainbridge of New Zealand and Giovanni Bloyer of the United States with 3 at 12. We still have 6 skiers left to go. Very international field. Next up will be Francisco Georges of Argentina.
Looks like there's a really small tailwind starting to come up across the lake. Not too bad though. It still looks really good out there.
Well, because that's a headwind for jump, of course, too.
Yeah.
Yep. So looking forward to that.
The boat coming back with the city in the background, it really looks awesome.
some stage, I'm going to have to get around. I don't know if in that picture you can probably just see it, just behind the jump there, the new walkway thing that comes out around the water. I don't know what's going to happen with night jump later on. Obviously, Joe Ferraro is the main man for night jump, but I think maybe Georgie, either you or Jim Clooney need to help him out a bit with that so that I can go around and watch him jumping, I reckon, from that stand, the night jump. It'd be pretty cool. You're kind of almost right out there in the course, aren't you? Probably on their lunch break, I think. Is it? No, it's not lunchtime yet. It's close though.
How nice would that be?
Oh, we'll
Take
stroll
a break
out from
work.
the high-rise office thing. Bring your lunch down. Sit there and watch some water skiing. Yeah, Jim Clooney back at MOOMBA. First time. It's got to be almost, I don't know, it's got to be 25 years at least since Jim Clooney's been at MOOMBA. He's back. Son Samson is skiing, jumping, and Jim is going to help us a bit in commentary, which is going to be great. Obviously, we've got you, Georgie, which is excellent.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here. It's awesome.
So, Francisco Georges from Argentina, who was the under-14 Pan American champion. I guess that was overall champion in 2022. That's huge. Pan American championships are a big regional championship.
We have a skier's bio here for him. Personal best of 2 at 11. So definitely an amazing slalom skier. Making his way down course. I don't know if something a little funny happened out of 4. We were behind his spray, couldn't see much. But before that, at the start of the pass, he looked pretty comfortable. He has, again, a lot of these skiers do, as they're all pretty high level, but lovely position, stacked position out of the ball and behind the boat, which is what you need. Oh, watching the replay, that looked good. Yeah, definitely looked comfortable out there.
Okay, here we go. Here's Georges. Sorry, Francisco Georges here. This is 13 metre, I believe. And this is a lovely pass. A little bit of a head breeze there, just holding him up into the buoy, gives a bit more time on that pass, which is nice. And he runs that pass very, very nicely in the 13 metre line. Rope's going down to the 12, which means he'll be onto that pass, that leading pass. Remember, our lead at the moment was Zack Bainbridge and Giovanni Bloyer, who both have 3 at 12. Still 6 skiers to go in this first round of Junior MOOMBA Slalom.
Let me try these back on. skier bio here, Glenn, says all of his skis, actually, including his slalom ski, is unbranded. So I'm not sure what he's riding. It'll be interesting to have a look.
Yeah, I wonder if that's what he means by that is he's not sponsored. So he doesn't kind of, I don't know, that's a weird one, isn't it? Unbranded.
Yeah.
Surely they're not just painted white, you know? Like,
I don't know.
No, we'll see.
He's got a prototype himself.
Sometimes, I mean, he's Argentinian, he'd be Spanish speaking. Sometimes things get lost in transition. But I think maybe what he's trying to say is he's not sponsored by any particular brand.
Yeah.
Okay, Francisco Georges now. This is 12 metre. Haven't yet to see somebody run this pass. This will be a little tough because he's got a tailwind and a little bit of a tail current behind him. And yeah, 2 there on the 12 metre line.
Looked like he had a pretty good start.
Yeah.
Good one.
Obviously, just coming into 2 with a lot more speed than what he needed,
Yeah.
what he could handle, and couldn't turn it. So
Yeah.
Are you using that at all?
okay, so starting to get a bit of a log jam there around that sort of 3 or 2 at 12. But we're making our way through this running order. Next up, Rory Heffernan from Queensland, of course, the son of the great Emma Heffernan, Emma Shears, Emma, the former world and MOOMBA women's slalom champion. So some really good genetics there for Rory. And although I don't think he's ever skied here on the Yarra,
No.
obviously somewhere in his genetics and his genes there'll be a little bit of knowledge
He's got
about
a
how
bit
the
of
Yarra
blood to it.
skis.
He's been making a bit of an appearance on the social medias.
Oh, he's good with the socials, is
Yes,
he? Good
he's
on him.
started making the TikToks
Oh, yeah.
for his slalom skiing, and he's got a sister down here watching him, and I'm sure his parents are back home tuning in.
Oh,
to the live stream.
I've seen Emma here.
Oh, is she here?
Yeah, I've seen
Haven't
Emma.
seen her.
And I think I've seen Rick as well, just trying to think. You kind of, when you're commentating, you see people at a distance. And,
Yeah.
And,
Come and go.
yeah. But, yeah, what a magnificent career Emma had here
Definitely.
at MOOMBA and around the world. It's good to see Rory. But, yeah, keeping up on the socials, the TikTok. I wonder whether the commentary team needs some sort of a TikTok thing going on. George, I think you should be in charge of that.
We can do that.
Jared Ferrara would be right into that. Looking forward to his interviews. He's working on them at the moment. Interviews with Nautic athletes and Nautic boats and stuff. He's going to be doing those interviews. I look forward to those. They'll be plastered on social media and over the webcast over the weekend. He's certainly very talented at that sort of thing.
I can't see a skier's bio for Rory. I know a little bit about him, so it should be
Well,
okay, but
You kind of look at, because this is a seeded order, so you kind of look at the,
yeah.
you kind of think its PB must be around 2.5 at 11, I would say, looking at where he kind of lands in the seeding order. Maybe 3 at 11.
I think he's been skiing a lot at home recently, and I think he's been skiing a bit with Sadie Ferguson and the crew at Auski, obviously. So
Yeah, well, shout out to all those still up there at Auski. Here's one of your very own. 16 metre to start. And 3 heads for 4. Yeah, comfortable pass. It's not easy from that Swan Street Bridge. We've said it before with that bit of tail current and a bit of tailwind as well.
yeah, he should be happy. Obviously, you're going to have a little nerves on the first pass at pretty well, like a lot of tournaments. to be your first time skiing on the Yarra River. You'd just be that little bit extra nervous. So he would have skied through those exit gates, taken a breath. He'll be sitting down the end now, thinking about his next pass. Happy to get through that one.
4 at 11. So his PB's a little higher than I was guessing. I was only guessing anyway, but 4 at 11. Solid career. Not a lot of people, but 2 at 11 is quite a common PB. To get 4 is, you know, another whole step up, because you've got to, especially if you're left foot forward, it's hard to turn 2, 4, 6 sides. So he's turning 2 at 11 is pretty, you know, to get to 3 is hard.
Yeah.
The same as if you make it 10, 7, 5 and on. Not that I'd know. My career stalled at, let's not even talk about that. But yeah, it's good to see him out there running that opening pass, 16 metre.
He's coming back. You got, again, that shot from the boat with the city in the background. It's really unmatched to be able to ski on the Yarra. It's so special. But he's cutting out for his gates now, approaching to the course. He's made his way through the gates, into one. Lovely wide reach out of there. Pretty good one. Looking comfortable into 2. Around 3. That was a little shaky into 4, but he looks pretty comfortable.
Oh,
Behind
yeah.
a hand drag at 6.
Yeah, the old inside arm drag on 6 ball.
His sister's down there shaking her head.
Well, it's pretty cool. It's the sort of thing Joel Poland does, of course.
Yeah, I'm sure that one will be going on TikTok.
It's fun as long as it works.
Yeah.
And it's a good one to do in your first 1 or 2 passes.
Yeah.
You don't kind of want to do it from now on, maybe. I don't know if Mum and Dad would want to see him trying it.
Yeah, like you said, it's good when it works. And a slow-mo of that replay, inside hand drag at 6 ball. You can tell he's done that once or twice at home.
I think he actually missed the buoy though, didn't he? I don't know if you get more points for missing the buoy or hitting it. I would have thought you'd want to kind of hit it with your hand, don't you?
Yeah, well.
So I think he should probably practice this a little more at home.
We had Craig Rankin from home. He said out with the hand drag, and he tried to take his back foot out and
Oh yeah.
drag that around.
That's
6
cool.
ball. Yeah, I don't know if that was ever successful.
The other one I like is when they pull out to shorten, doing the old TikTok or the back front on the slalom ski.
Yeah, the TikTok.
Risky business because technically if you lose the handle, your set's over. So you don't really want to do it at MOOMBA, but still pretty cool. I mean, being that it's 2026, a lot of it is about your socials, isn't it? You know,
Yes.
you want to keep the likes up there. Like I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, here we go. This is now 13 metre for Rory from the Swan Street Bridge end. Good start on 1. Been good, strong, really good. Across the 4. He's getting slightly down course now. He needs a decent 5, and he gets it not bad. Over to 6 and runs the 13 metre line. Good skiing.
That was impressive. Definitely no hand drag there at 6 ball.
Yeah, shout out to Kyle Ed is watching at the moment, the webcast at home, because last year Kyle was back at MOOMBA for the first time in, I don't know, almost 20 years, not quite 20 years, 16, 17 years. And he brought his boys out, Damien and Jaden, who are two of the best slalom skiers in the world, of course. It was good to see him. He hasn't made it out here this year. A little bit like Jim Clooney's back this year, and here. But now we've got Emma Shears, of course, and her son, Rory, out slaloming at the moment. It's great to see that second generation. And this is 12. And we've got our new leader, have we? Does he get to 4? He does. So 3.5, I believe, at 12. That's a new leader in the junior boys slalom here for MOOMBA 2026. Well done.
That was great skiing, especially for his first MOOMBA ever. To feel out those conditions on the first round and make it through to his 4th pass was impressive work.
Yep. I got to say, though, Georgie, I'm a geneticist. I work in genetics back home. And somewhere along the line, there's got to be some of his mum's genetics in his brain. And he may never have skied at MOOMBA, but there's a lot of experience somewhere in his DNA about how to ski at MOOMBA, which helped get him through. Good score from Rory. 3.5 on the 12. It's the top score so far. We still have 5 to go, I think. BJ Bickley next from the United States. Bautista Aranda Armada from Argentina, Samuel Brown of Chile, Landon Stisher of the United States, and Dylan Wright from Queensland. What a great field. You would not think 3.5 at 12 would remain the lead, but you never know. Anything can happen.
And obviously, this is a cumulative round as well, so round 2 tomorrow will also kind of be the decider to the podium for this under-18 boys slalom.
I've got to say, the thing about 2-round added together tournaments, though, George, is you can't win it on day 1, but you can lose it. Because if you have a shocker, it's really hard to add that to the next round and end up winning it. So it's important that these guys ski well in the first round, and we're slowly building. But the podium will be definitely on the 11.25 metre line. I'm sure of it. I'm sure we will have at least 3 skiers that get on 11 in both rounds, and that's where the podium will end up be. And we may even see some scores on the 10.75, which would be great to see. Back on the water, here he is, BG Bickley.
Lovely wumble. That was a great pass. BG Bickley was one of the skiers this morning that tricked as well. So there's been a few people in this slalom division who have already been in the water today and had their trick skis on, and there will be some of the skiers we've seen who will put their jump skis on later.
Well, BG, of course, is the favourite in the jump event. I think he's a ripper of a jumper. I think he might have even jumped 60 metres, I think, BG. He's a really good jumper. I should have a look for his... Well, you're in charge of the... Come on, Georgie, do your job.
Sorry.
You're in charge of the boys' profiles. We'll get a slalom PB, but also, which I think is going to be sort of 4 or 5 at 11 or better, but we'll get his jump PB as well, because I've got a feeling he's certainly jumped right up close to 60 metres, if not over. $13-metre coming up now for BG. 4.5 at 11 is his best, just looking at his profile. And yes, he has jumped. Is that 60.2 or 66.2?
66, I think.
What? No, surely not.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. But his best at 51K is 55.8. Some of these boys riding, I don't know, you say you're going to be a school teacher, George. I think you need to sort some of it out. Here we go. Beautiful conditions. I'm looking down there at the city and I'm seeing glass calm water. It looks beautiful out there. It's BG Bickley. Makes his way down now on 13 metre, 32 off. Round 3. A little bit stretched out on 3. Over to 4, though. He's on time as he hits the 5. And big 5 ball. And he runs out pretty comfortable in the end on the 13 metre line.
He should be happy with that. That was really good skiing. His skiers bio says it's his second time at MOOMBA. So he's come back and he's riding a D3, actually in all events, trick slalom and jump. He's with D3.
That's the great thing about D3. I think that might be why
Yeah.
they're called D3, because they're the only ski brand that does all three events,
Yeah.
when you think about it. So his webcast shout out is to Sanson Clooney, which is cool, but Sanson's here on site, so he's probably not watching the webcast. But anyway, coached by Natalia Bernardicava, because resides at Travis Ski School, and Matteo Lazzeri. Good jumper, like I said. His 60, see the 60 or 66.2 was at 54k, and which is 66.2 at 54k would be one heck of a jump.
Yeah.
But, and then his 55.8 is at 51, and he'll be 1k is a heck of a long way, Georgie. That is some sort of a jump. So he's the favourite in the under 17 jump, under 18 jump, and we're certainly looking forward to that. But right now, he's on the 12 metre, out there slaloming, looking to become the first skier to run the 12 in the boys slalom. He's got the slightest of tail breezes. So, Georgie, I'm going to let you talk us through this one.
All right, he's heading his way back under the bridge. Like Glenn said, there's a little tailwind current, but let's see how he manages. He's pulled out for his gates, headed through those entry gates into Womble. Pretty good one, very good. He had time into two, had that little double pump. Oh, he's had massive two.
Oof.
There was heaps of speed into that three ball. He kind of, so much time into two ball, we'll watch on this replay. Good one ball, plenty of time into two, had a little almost double pump and just took a big cut, had a lot of speed into three, tried to hook it, and the ski got a little caught there.
So the Rory Heffernan still leads with 3.5 at 12. A couple of skiers on 3 at 12, which is the Kiwi Zack Bainbridge and Giovanni Bloyer of the USA. BG Bickley's just got 2.5 at 12. To be fair to BG, he was looking to run the pass. He wasn't super late there. He was turning 3 hard to go on and run it. So he had big intentions out there, but didn't quite get it together. And we are ripping through this order now. We go to Bautista Aranda, Serenio. I can't say that word.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're doing well pronouncing these names.
I'm doing my best, man, but I've never been good. That's what you got to learn, George. You're going to be a commentator. You got to learn all these names. Bautista Aranda from Argentina. Junior Worlds are going to be on his home lake in 2 weeks. Interesting decision, Georgie. For the Junior Worlds, and you're one of the favourites, and you want to win medals, gold medals at Junior Worlds, are going to be on your home lake in 2 weeks. Would you stay home and train on your home lake, or would you, behind the boat that you're going to use at the home lake, or would you come to MOOMBA?
That's hard.
It's hard. MOOMBA's pretty cool.
MOOMBA is even being at MOOMBA, he should have a couple sets and time at home to train before the Worlds.
Still got a couple of weeks.
And like you said, it's his home site. He'll feel tuned in already. One set back there,
Absolutely.
and he'll.
Yeah. I think we both know the answer. We love MOOMBA, so it would be MOOMBA, but it's kind of different. And the other cool thing about those Junior Worlds is I haven't got the exact details on it, but I think for the first time ever, you can get training at night. So they've got it's under lights. Like you can train at 10 o'clock at night if you can buy training for those Junior Worlds. In fact, the New Zealand team have done this. Yeah. They've got training slots after dark, under lights.
Wow.
Yeah. What
an offer.
Money.
Events at night there.
First, well, to my knowledge, first Worlds ever in Argentina.
Yeah.
First Worlds ever at Easter. Here he comes, Bautista Aranda from Argentina. 14.25 to start, 14 metre. Beautiful pass, Georgie. Look good.
That was beautiful. The conditions really have turned it on. It's beautiful out there. It looks lovely. Judges gave an official score of 6, so he will be returning on the 13-metre line from the city.
Yeah, we've seen the 13-metre line run fairly comfortably by most of our skiers so far today in this under-17 boys, so you'd expect that to continue.
I'm all good.
Keep it up, vibe and interesting.
He's 17 years old, from Argentina, as we know. He's skiing on a HO, and this is his 3rd MOOMBA appearance. So he's been here a few times. He'll feel a little comfortable with the water. Like I said, some of those skiers, when it's obviously their first time here, there's no familials offered. It's a little different. He's been here before, so he'll feel a little comfortable. He's coming back into the course. He's turned that one ball, headed into 2. Looking pretty good. Around and over to 3, headed to 4. Looks comfortable out there. Maybe a little down course, getting a little later, but I think he was feeling pretty confident in himself, as he should. So that was a 6-ball count, a successful pass, and he'll come back under the Swan Bridge at 12 metres. This skiers also a really good trick skier. Looking at his skiers by here, he's got a PB of 10,460. Tricking over 10,000 really is amazing. So he would have skied tricked earlier this morning, I'm assuming, and also want to think he'll be skiing later in the Opens division on Saturday, Sunday, and potentially Monday if he makes the final. But don't quote me on that because I haven't seen the running list for that. But tricking 10,000 and slalom PB of 5 at 10.7, 5 at 39 off is also really good, amazing slaloming. So assuming he'll be slaloming later in the open division. Alrighty. He is headed back under that bridge on 12 meters, the blue line. Coming into the course with a little bit of a tailwind current. Wind looks pretty good. Conditions all around look really good on the Yarra today. So he's turned in, headed through his entry gates, around 1. Awesome 1. Lovely stack position. Same with 2, heading around 3. He's a little fast, getting a little down course. Hit that 4. Headed over to 5. He's got slack, but he managed to get that cut over to 6. Hit it around 6, a bit of slack, but he's made it through the exit gates. So he'll be happy. That's a successful pass. And our first of the division to make it through the 12-meter line. So he'll be coming back at 11.25. He's taken the lead. Managed to survive that pass. You can definitely see in the replay he got late on that 5. He had slack, and to just squeak around 6, he had slack through that exit gates as well. So he'll be happy to get through that. He survived, did what he needed to. The judges called 6, So like I said, he'll be coming back at 11. Our first look at the purple line. So that is exciting stuff by the under 18 boys division. We still have the under 21 men's division to come, and still the top 3 seeded skiers in this under 18 boys. So there's a lot of exciting skiing to come, and then obviously tomorrow we'll have round 2, the same schedule as today, just round 2, and for a cumulative, it will matter, the round 2 tomorrow. It will change a lot, podium places, etc. And then on Saturday, Sunday, we've got all of the open skiers to come, and then obviously Monday we have all of the MOOMBA Monday finals, which will be exciting, so make sure you tune in for that. Anyway, back to the water. He's coming in at the 11-meter line. He's through the gates. Around 1, a really good one. Coming fast into 2. He's made it to 3. He's headed back to the wakes, headed to 4. And I believe just inside that 4 ball. He's not selling it to the judges to make it back to the wake, but we'll obviously wait. Pass. 3 at 11. That's awesome skiing. Yeah, both towers just called 3, so the official score will be 3 at 11 meters. You should be stoked with that. Next skier we've got is Samuel Brown from Chile, and we'll wait for the judges' call on his opening line length. We can assume all these skiers now that we've gotten to the pointy end will start at 58k, which is the maximum speed for under 17, under 21 and open men, so, and over 21 men. We've just heard in from the boat. Sam Brown is coming in at 58.14 meters. He's from Chile. A slalom PB on his skiers bio says 3 at 10.7, which is awesome skiing to be able to run the 11-meter line. So I'm sure he'll be looking for that today. The new leading score was just set with 3 at 11, so he'll have to ski pretty well to make that, but obviously, we'll see how he goes. He's coming into the course. He's around 3, headed over to 4. Looking good, and around that 5 ball, over to 6, and that is a successful pass. Beautiful out of 5 into 6. That lean you can really see from where we are in the commentating booth. Lovely stack position behind the boat, and as the line gets shorter, you can kind of see the skiers use that to their advantage to whip over to the other side and kind of slingshot themselves, obviously in control.
Well, I've just come back, commentary box, and a bit of a sensation there from our Bautista.
Yeah.
With 3 at 11. You'd have to say he's a very good shot of being on the podium.
Yeah.
And we've gone to, from Argentina, we've gone over the Andes, and we've gone to Chile, and we've got Samuel Brown. I have to say one of the easiest Chilean names to pronounce.
Yes.
Running his opening pass on the 14-meter line, no problem at all.
So he'll be coming back into the course at 13 meters, which should be pretty doable for him. Like I said, he's got a PB of 3 at 10.7. So he's definitely run a lot of 13-meter passes in his skiing career. I'm sure this will be pretty routine for him. But obviously tournaments are a little different. There's more pressure. Obviously there's judges set in place. The site's different, conditions are different, boat's different. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Right, he's made his way through the entry gates, heading over to 2. Around 3. That was a good pass.
Great pass.
Looked like a pretty routine pass to him.
Yep, Samuel Brown from Chile runs the 13-metre line. Under the Swan Street Bridge. Back to the start dock end. He'll shorten down to the 12-metre. Current lead is with Argentinian Bautista Aranda, who has 3 at 11. We have left on the dock Landon Stisher from the United States and Dylan Wright from Queensland, our 2 top seeds. Then we're going to go into the under-21 men's slalom, 9 slalomers in that new for this year at MOOMBA under-21 division. And my word, it's a strong field.
Yeah.
Really strong. I mean, yeah, I won't let you, I'll talk about that later, but crazy how good that field is in under-21 men.
Alrighty, Samuel Brown coming back into the course, 12-metre pass. Alright, he's made his way through the entry gates and around 1 ball. That was a pretty good one. He's heading into 2. Looking good. Around 4, headed to 5. Very comfortable out there. Again, looks like a pretty routine pass for him. I think he should be happy with that. He'll return back from the city end at 11-5, which the current lead is 3 at 11.
Beautiful scenes, beautiful day actually in Melbourne. So it turned out very nice indeed, pleasant. Kind of in the low 20s, maybe 20, 24, 25, I'm not sure.
It is beautiful.
But blue sky, blue dome day.
Not a cloud in the sky.
Not a cloud in the sky, beautiful stuff.
It looks inviting to ski out there actually. There's no wind, perfect weather. I think the skiers should be happy.
Okay, 11.25 metre now. Current lead is 3 on this pass. See how we go. Round 2. Oh no, 1.5. I didn't think he had too bad a 2. It was shaping up to be pretty good, Georgie, but maybe just bit off a bit more than he could chew around 2 ball. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I definitely agree. We can watch the replay. His style looks pretty good. He looks comfortable at 1. He had a good one. And just in a little too deep out of that 2. Couldn't hold on to it.
Keeps him in the running though. He's still right in the hunt for at least a podium finish, you'd think, in this under 17 men's slalom.
Definitely, that is awesome skiing. You should be pretty happy, and there's always round 2 tomorrow to hopefully and potentially improve on that score.
So we've got Landon Stisher up next from the United States. Very good slalom skier. Okay, Landon's going to start 58 on the 14-metre line. As you say, Georgie, beautiful conditions out there at the moment. River seems fairly benign.
It really does. Hopefully these conditions stick out for the rest of the day and for the rest of the event and into the Opens.
Yeah, forecast from all accounts is pretty good. I came in on the officials' bus this morning. It was pretty early. About 5:45 this morning we had to leave the hotel to get in here for the 7 a.m. start. And the word from the officials is the forecast looks pretty good for the weekend, so it's good to know.
Yeah, that's always good. It's a bit of luck of the draw with weather, and I think, I don't know because I'm not from Victoria or Melbourne, but I think Melbourne gets pretty cold sometimes. And as someone from far north Queensland, I'm not keen on skiing in cold. So I think the skiers should be happy with the weather right now. It's perfect.
Certainly haven't heard any complaints.
Yeah.
Here's Landon now on the 13-metre line. Looking good. Across the street, on time and early. Part of that Team Connolly, of course. The young guns from Team Connolly. Mentioned the Ede boys earlier on. In the commentary, of course, we've been talking to Lucas Cornell. He's been messaging us.
Yeah.
He's watching back home in Queensland. I guess laid up after his ankle foot surgery.
Yeah.
They're all part of Team Connolly. A lot of very good young slalom skiers coming in through for Connolly.
It is pretty incredible. I've got some, obviously all of those young gun crew in Connolly are amazing skiers and such young skiers. So they have a lot left of their skiing career and life. So it should be exciting to see them improve even more, I guess.
For water ski fans out there, there's some that are watching, particularly on the webcast, there's a little bit of a good oil here that we might get Jim Clooney in to do some commentary for the next stint. One of the greatest Canadians to ever be a Canadian. From Saskatoon's Saskatchewan. He's hopefully going to come and join us in a little bit in commentary. And then at some stage later on today, I'm sure we might hear from the great Jared Fraro. He's just had a few media commitments. We were lucky to have you, Georgie.
No, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys having me.
A little bit short-staffed at the moment.
Of course.
Trying to develop young commentators around Australasia. It's good to see that you're coming through the ranks.
Yeah, thank you. I haven't had too much experience with it yet, but I'm excited to get some more.
Here we go. Landon Stisher from the United States. This is 12. Great
Lovely
conditions.
one.
About as good as you see the Yarra, in my opinion. As he heads across the 4 ball. Looking the goods at the moment on the 12-metre line, and there it is. Landon Stisher is through to the 11.25. So 11.25 coming up. Current lead is 3 on this next pass. Still with the Argentinian. He's got the lead. And second spot, sorry, is Samuel Brown, who's in second spot with 1.5 at 11.
Obviously, up to our... And I'm sure Landon with a PB of 3 at 10.75, sorry. We'll want to be getting through this pass, and we'll have that lead in mind.
Oh, big 2 ball. He's on this at the moment. Round 3. Come on, Landon. Can he run the 11.25? I reckon he... It's a great score, Georgie, but he should have run that pass. I think he knows it. He had it.
I think he'll be a little disappointed.
Close.
Although that's an amazing score, and he's definitely put the pressure on Dylan Wright being the top seed to, you know.
Yeah. Geez, though, I'll tell you what, he was close. Boarding house scrape of butter away from running that past the slim margins, isn't it? 11.25. Great 2 ball, though.
Yeah. Amazing start, really set him up for the pass. He was obviously getting down course, and
Yeah, he's folded like a deck chair here around 5 ball. Watch the replay. Watch this. Poof.
yeah.
What are we checking here? That's good. He went around the buoy, I'm pretty sure he did. Or we're just checking the fall. Pretty good. Folded like a deck chair.
No, I should be pretty happy with that, though. That was awesome skiing.
Oh, yeah, we'll be.
Yeah.
You're right. It's going to put a bit of pressure on the Queenslander now.
Yeah.
Not unusual, of course, for Queensland to have a top seed in junior Moomba boys slalom because of Lucas Cornell being in that spot for a couple of years. But it's still a great honour when you've got all this overseas talent down here at Moomba that Australia and Queensland can have the top seed. So Dylan Wright, of course, a fully fledged Australian. Parents, though, born in the Waikato in New Zealand, so we claim him a little bit in Kiwi land.
We've just heard from the boat that he's starting at 58.13 metres, which is pretty big stuff. We haven't had anyone else in this seed yet start at 13. This is his second appearance at Moomba. Didn't slalom as well as he would have liked last year, but he's improved leaps and bounds since then. So let's see what
Oh no! Oh, it's a horror movie. What's happened here? Dylan Wright, the favourite from Queensland, has just fallen around 2 on his first pass. Unbelievable stuff. We know how tough the Yarra is, but that one's going to hurt. Did not expect that to happen, Georgie.
No, but that shows you a bit of the brutality of this sport. To obviously top seed, there would have been a lot of pressure going into this, and
well, it's a lonely place being last on the dock, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately,
in a big tournament. Well, I don't know what we're going to gain here.
He's obviously going to be really disappointed in himself, but as someone skiing around in the same area as him, I want to give him a little bit of a hype up because he really is an amazing skier, and he does.
He's a great skier, and he's a good kid, and he'll be around a while. He's going to do some big things in the sport, but unfortunately, it's not going to be at Junior MOOMBA for 2026.
He is having an appearance at the Open MOOMBA, though. He did get in for the
of course,
men's slalom. So
yeah, so he'll be back.
He's got
for
more.
Open.
Yeah,
and he won't make that same mistake twice. He's got another round tomorrow too, of course, to redeem himself. But unfortunately, in terms of being on the podium in juniors, it's probably looking like we've ended up having 3 skiers on 11, which were the Bautista Aranda from Argentina, Samuel Brown of Chile, and Landon Stisher of the United States. That's probably where our podium will come from tomorrow. But as we've seen with the Yarra River, anything can happen. And it usually does. I think. Okay, we're rocking on into under 21 men, and we're going straight into Martin Labra, believe it or not, who's, because of the fact he hasn't skied for 12 months, skied a tournament for 12 months, he's ranked at the bottom of this under 21 field. But of course, we all know he's way better than that. He's just got to recover from the injury. And I'll just run through the field quickly. We've got Martin Labra from Chile, Alexi Werner from Victoria, Finn Mitchell from South Australia, Hayden Wickett of New South Wales, Fletcher Green from Western Australia, Sam Bainbridge, the Kiwi from New Zealand, Santiago Barrientos from Chile, Jake Abson from the United States, and of course Charlie Ross from Canada. So here we are in commentary, welcoming in the great man, Jim Clooney.
Thanks, Glenn.
First time back at the Yarra for 25 years, is it? How long?
I was asked that before, and it was 1998.
So well, that's more than 25
I can't
years.
do that much big a math.
No, that's,
Those numbers are too big.
28 years, is it?
Yeah.
28, something like that. Yeah, wow. And, of course, great, one of the best jump skiers in the world. Super exciting. You're here, you've got your son Samson's jumping a little bit later on. You're going to help us out a bit with commentary. My favourite, actually, there's a lot of famous Jim Clooney moments from MOOMBA. Now, people see them on YouTube and stuff all the time. There's a time when your bindings came off mid-air. That was exciting. There was a time earlier on in your career when you reckon you landed a jump and fallen off, and it was after they got rid of the ride-out boys. And I remember you going on live TV and saying that the judges didn't know what they were doing. I thought that was pretty funny, and stuff like that. But my favourite moment is actually a personal moment, and I'll talk about that in a second, Jim, as we just watch Martin Labra here on the 13-metre line.
Yeah, Martin sure looks like he's back from that injury, wouldn't you say, Glenn? Like, I saw him trick there this morning. Holy cow.
Yeah, he's really good. Good to see him back. Most decorated junior world skier of all time. And he runs out 30. Now, I don't know if you remember this, Jim, but it was back in your heyday in probably 96 or 97. And the commentary tower was on the other side, and we were quite high up, and I was commentating. I was very young. We were both very young back then. And you were cutting quite late on the tower, and you came up, I think after the first round, you came up and you cornered me, and you said, because I didn't realise you could hear me. So you're turning for the ramp, and I was like, oh, this is late from Jim.
He's never going to make it.
He's not going to make it. And you come over and you used a couple of choice words, and you told me to shut up, basically, because I was putting doubt into your mind as to whether you get in the ramp.
There's already enough there.
It was fun times back in the day.
Yeah, I can remember that for the first couple of years, you, as a junior, watching the event, you see that tower it's iconic. But the first couple of times you see it coming at you, and then you go, oh boy, that's where, things get real there. And it's still in the same place. I like it.
Yeah, the jump's still in the same, exactly right. And sometimes, Jim, I still go around to the other side, like at night jump or whatever, if Jared's commentating night jump, and watch jump from the other side. It is a really good place to watch it from over there.
But this is good too. Like it's kind of a, to me, years ago you'd be sitting over there for just about a week.
Yeah.
And you didn't really get the vibe of what was going
With
here
the crowd,
because it was so busy and crowded, and you couldn't get around. But But Martin over there sure looks like he's got through that rehab no trouble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
he's an athlete. Yeah.
And this will be 12 meters, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
12-metre line. I mean, relatively for the Yarra, I think conditions are pretty good today. It seems to be going okay. We've had some good skiing.
Yeah, I thought Landon had that 11 meters in the bag just about there.
I agree.
He probably did too.
Yeah, that's the problem. Okay, here's Martin now. This is the 12-metre line. If he can get back fully fit, get back jumping, get used to 57K, because I don't know if he ever really did that, coming straight out of juniors and then having that injury. He will be one of the world's best overall skiers, I'm sure. We watch him now on the 12-metre line, a little bit late out of 5. He's in a bit of trouble, actually. Across the 5. Ooh. 5, boys. I didn't expect that, Jim. I expect him to run that 12.
Black. But yeah, like I thought he got a good start there, but kind of a bad 4-ball there, really, eh?
Yeah, stood up a bit.
Yeah, yeah. But he's in the tournament overall wise, and that was I didn't see the trick scores, but he looked like he stood up.
He tricked over 11. Oh, just definitely. No, yeah, it was over 11.
Yeah.
11.
Probably opened the door a bit for Jake with the slalom right there, but that's why they run the tournament too.
Yeah. He's not jumping though, I don't think.
Oh, he's not?
No,
okay.
I'm just checking that. I don't think so. He's not quite back to where he needs to be for jumps. He's not in the overall, but...
Yeah. Yeah, I think the tide's pretty low right now. It seems like river's not moving much, if any.
No, I agree. It's pretty cool. The second generation skiers coming back to MOOMBA. We saw Kyle brought his boys back last year. Emma's got Rory here.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ryan Green's had Fletcher and Daisy here for a while. I saw Scott Ellis at the Worlds in Italy. He said he's, was it Brett? I think he's still about bringing Brett out here soon. So
Yeah, I
it's
think
pretty
there are
cool.
a lot of the American kids or North American kids. We're just coming out of winter, and they got the
Yeah.
Junior Worlds coming up.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
a lot of them are, and the weather in Florida hasn't been great either. So I think there probably a lot of people just getting back into training for the Junior Worlds. But I think next year, Moomba will be pretty exciting with the Open Worlds
Open
being
Worlds,
close near.
yeah.
I think there's going to be everybody and anybody really.
Yeah, it'll be
maybe
big.
maybe not so much juniors and under 21s. Would be pretty similar, but I think open wise, why wouldn't you come?
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, it'll be a tough cut to make Open Moomba next year when you think about it.
Yeah,
Because you train anyway, you come to Open Worlds, and then you've only got to wait another 10 days after
Yeah.
Open Worlds, and you're at Moomba. Next skier will be Alexi Werner from Victoria. 16 metre line, 58 kilometres per hour. Okay, here he is now. Young Victorian. And a good pass.
Yeah.
So Jim, you're a young fella, Samson, jumping. He's just a bit like you.
Yeah,
specialist,
yeah.
Or?
He was slaloming fair bit last year, but when we got over here, he just kind of wanted to focus on jump until through Moomba and then get back to slalom again.
So you've been? Did someone say you've been up at Stoney's? At
Yeah,
Stoney Park
and
for a couple of weeks?
we're with Emma at Oddski
Oh,
for just about a week, and the Appleton family and the Reeves family. We've been moving around pretty good. Been hard. It's going to be hard to leave, that's for sure.
So you retired, semi-retired. You've sold the trucking business.
Yeah,
So-
and kind of kept working for about another 6 years, and then about a year and a half ago, that was kind of enough of that. So time to figure out something else, I guess, or not.
Or not.
Yeah,
Just be a professional water ski commentator, mate,
Yeah.
or ski dad. Or
yeah,
Actually, we were laughing. I was coming in the bus from the official hotel with Glenn Martin and Nigel Sparrow, the two of the boat
Oh,
drivers.
yeah.
And we were talking about the Grand Prix, and we were thinking maybe we picked the wrong sport. Like, imagine they'd be a couple of Grand Prix drivers, and I'd be the Grand Prix announcer. Probably get paid a bit of money to travel the world. But
yeah.
14.25 now.
He's probably glad he started that 16. Get first pass out of the way.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah.
Good pass.
Probably just setting himself up for a 13 here. Not really much current at all right now, I'd say, Glenn, is there?
Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty benign. You're right, it's getting close to low tide. I gotta say though, I've never really absolutely figured this place out
No.
in terms of what the tide's doing.
Yeah,
in the game.
yeah.
It never seems to be the same 2 years
Yeah.
in a row. But it does look pretty nice out there.
Yeah. Like the old saying, you plan and God laughs.
Yeah. I thought this morning during tricks, there might have been some new washback off this new walkway
Yeah.
over here. But I haven't noticed it so much in slalom, so that's good.
No.
Maybe when the tide gets really high, there's a bit more. But I don't know why there would be, because it's kind of just poles there and stuff, unless something.
Yeah,
really
it's kind of the same slope
Yeah, it is.
the
yeah.
whole way too,
So, but anyway, what are you going to do about it? It's the city and it's a public site, so you can't change it. Great place to view the skiing from, though, sitting
Yeah,
over there.
yeah. And I think mainly, the big condition challenges, like when there's a lot of rain and the river's trying to run out, but the tide's pushing it back up, and then it becomes challenging.
So I can remember one Moomba I think it was maybe 1994 when with the old outboards where
Yeah.
you were last off the dock, and I think the conditions changed.
I got a little
Good.
lucky though.
Yeah, yeah, there was some. Yeah, I mean, you can talk us through that, but I'm trying to remember it. But it was horrible, and then it actually came good
For one jump.
for one jump. Yeah. Shouldn't be too long. Here we go. His 13-metre line now for Alexi Werner. Australia from Victoria here. The shoulder's a little bit on too.
Yeah.
But he's still got away with it.
He's looking better every pass.
Yeah, he's good.
You
He's
know?
kind of feeling it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I think he's feeling pretty good by now. Like that was total control.
So you've caught up with a few of the old Aussie mates from back in the day, you know, the pro days of the 90s. Like, you obviously you would have seen Bruce, I guess, when you're up
Yeah,
there at
yeah.
Emma's at Oski.
Yeah, and a couple pretty slow mornings too. Coincidentally, after saw a few of the boys and
The Barney boys.
one
you
story led to
Yeah.
we stayed with Andrew and Janine for just about a week. And then Grumpy came out for a couple days of training to watch and riding the boat, and Bruce and Tony. I saw Mick and Karen
Wow.
on basically their last weekend before retiring,
Ah.
and so on and so forth. Yeah.
The good old days, eh, Jimmy? The good
Yeah.
old days.
12 meters.
Yep, 12-metre line now. A little bit down course out of
Yeah.
2. Round 3. He's fighting hard. He's
Yeah.
hanging in there. Oh, he needs a big 4, and he sort of gets it. Round 5. Oh, this is
Yeah.
sensational. He runs the 12-metre line, does he?
Yeah, out.
Yeah.
Oh, he got her out the gates too.
That is good
Yeah.
skiing because
Yeah.
out of 2
There
ball,
was
he
a moment
yeah,
mid-course there where,
mid-course.
you know,
Could
if he
gone
wouldn't have
either
fought,
way.
yeah. Yeah.
Could have gone either way.
Yeah,
But
there's always a moment though. Yeah. Yeah. What are you made of?
that's good skiing.
Yeah. Takes the lead, I guess, eh?
Yep, absolutely.
Kiwi should get to bed by now, isn't it? Getting late, I think. Yeah.
We've had some positive feedback from Kylie and Orlando about
Trickling in.
trickling in about our commentary, and it's good to see he's still awake this
Yeah.
late, man of his age.
Yeah. Good to see Dave Kidd this morning.
Yeah, he
Drove
hasn't changed.
drove the punt over to say hi to me and give me a hug, and I couldn't even put a guess on how long he's been doing it. We're talking about Dave Kidd that runs the courses here, puts the jump in, and knows where every body is buried on this river, I think.
Absolutely. He's looking to retire. They're looking for replacements. So I think they've got a couple of apprentices this year that are kind of learning the ropes on the coursework.
Pretty good one.
Yeah, he's 11 now.
Yeah. Good job.
Squeaks a 2. Good
Yeah.
work. It's a good score.
Seems like if he could just clean that 2.4 up a little bit, equal it out to his 1.35. Strong kid. You see that, like that natural strength he's got behind the boat. You know, that can be a pretty good sort of foundation of your slalom, you know, when you're that low through the wakes, not looking up, not, you know, deterred by anything. Finn Mitchell next, eh?
Yeah, Finn Mitchell from South Australia.
Well, early leader. He's got to feel good about
Yeah,
that.
good on him.
First round. And it's both scores combined
Yeah.
for juniors.
It is, yep, for juniors, 2 rounds added together.
Yeah.
Which is unique. You don't get too many tournaments like that anymore, but it's...
I remember it was like that for the Open in the early years when I
Yeah.
first started coming, and then I
And it
think,
was 3 rounds as well.
yeah, and they
It was,
switched when started hosting the World Cup,
yeah,
and then that was a sort of a separate event.
Yeah.
On Sunday was the final for that,
yeah.
and then the Monday final was the MOOMBA title.
So I don't know the first Worlds you skied, but I watched, there was a clip of the 87 Worlds, the men's jump final. That might have been a little bit early for you, I'm not sure, but the that was 2 rounds added together, which I never realised until I looked back on that. I saw that clip again.
Yeah.
So the 87 Worlds was still 2 rounds
Yeah.
added together in terms of in placement, which I didn't realise, so it was pretty cool.
I think it was like that. I was talking to Bruce Coburn a couple weeks ago at Appleton's, and that was somewhat common back,
Yeah,
you know,
back in the
80s,
day.
90s,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then. So I think it's good for this event for juniors because you get so many first timers that, you know, like, you know, at least you don't get eliminated.
Yeah.
You know, where you sign up and you get 2 rounds, and it's, you know, it's sort of a developmental,
It's a long way to come.
you know, yeah.
Yep, so Finn's going to start on 14, but at the slowest speed of 55k, which means if he runs out, he'll run 14 again, but at 58.
South Australia.
Yeah.
3rd MOOMBA appearance. I found the notes here.
Yeah, that's good.
I rely
That's your
on that.
job. Sorry,
Yeah.
Jim, I forgot to tell you.
Yeah.
Was Bedrock, the home side of the great snag, the Simon Hill,
Oh, yeah.
growing up. So he's over in Albury now, I think, still.
Be good to see him. Good opener. I missed what that was. That a 55?
Yeah,
16?
55, 14.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, Bedrock is the home side of Josh Wallant, who's
Okay.
Australia's best jumper
Yeah.
at this in the Open at this tournament. So it's good to see Josh back skiing.
Yeah. Finn's best is 3.5 at 11. Coached by Ryan and Sarah Green, Nick Adams, and Bruce Coburn.
So the speed goes up 3k to 58. The line length remains the same, 14.25.
You guys had a pretty good summer at home, Glenn, weather-wise, and
It's been
hit and miss?
summer of extremes.
Ah.
Yeah, we've had some quite hot weather, with good, calm, hot weather with skiing, and then we've also had some storms as well, quite a bit of rain,
Yeah,
a little bit of flooding in some places, so it's been a funny old summer.
yeah.
And then, hopefully autumn or fall or whatever you want to call it is a little bit more settled.
Yeah.
So you guys have had
Well,
it pretty cold up in Canada, North America,
Yeah,
right?
midwinter. You're kind of looking at the end of it soon, but not quite. Never soon enough.
The 58.14, a little down course, but
Yeah.
he's okay. He managed to pass not too bad.
Yeah. Met him yesterday. He's a big kid too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tall. Oh, and everyone looks kind of tall to you, Jim.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
So, Jimmy, you're a Grand Prix fan? I'm just wondering, is it something you follow, or?
Not overly, but you know,
No.
it's kind of obviously a great sport to watch. And I think I remember watching here been to a few different races, and it's
Yeah.
quite an experience to take in, you know. But I wouldn't say I would know much about it. So don't give me
Yeah.
a quiz or nothing.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
giving you a quick.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't know the
Yeah.
questions because I'm not. I'm learning about Grand Prix myself.
We could make it up as we go. And
It's
then,
become in New Zealand. It's become more popular because of Liam Lawson.
yeah,
Got a driving seat, but yeah, it's I mean, it's a pretty cool event. And then you
Yeah.
spend a little time with, obviously, you're great mates with Jarrett and Britta Llewellyn, because Britta with a relationship with Red Bull, and
Yeah.
they seem to be quite into the Grand Prix and stuff. And I know we're talking about Kyle Kiwi before. I know he's been down to the Grand Prix in Miami with the Llewellyns and stuff, and it's kind of. I know there's some big Grand Prix fans among the skiers as well. So
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting. It's obviously it's made the flights and the accommodation a lot more expensive
yeah,
for the skiing, but it's going to be a pretty cool city to be in, I think, over the weekend.
yeah. And there's us and the Grand Prix, and then first round of AFL, on
AFL,
Sunday.
yeah, exactly.
So there's a bit going on in
There's a
town.
lot going on.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'll get busy down here in the evenings over the weekend, I'm sure.
yeah.
13 metre now from the
Yeah.
Swan Street Bridge in. A little down course, but
Yeah, but he doesn't
Stretch it.
panic.
no, he doesn't. He's kind of one of those slalomers. He's tall and he knows it.
Yeah,
so
and he's
you know
and
what I mean?
patient.
he knows that he's could stay fairly
Yeah,
relaxed.
pretty good power.
Yeah. Whereas the short guys tend to throw themselves around the buoy a little bit more to try and stay
Yeah.
ahead of the game.
Yeah. A lot of times, like the taller, like methodical guys like that will get a little down course, but a smaller slalomer really can't afford to, you know.
I don't know if you remember watching like Steve Cockram from New Zealand slalom skiing. He was a bit like that. He was a taller guy that always seemed fairly relaxed. And he was kind of happy to just slow to get a bit later, but you know,
Yeah.
as long as he didn't fall off, he knew he was still in the game.
Well, and he never he just gave it everything. The funniest Ralphie story, that's his nickname, was when the dock was over by that white fence there.
Yes, yes.
That was where the start dock was for all the events in the finals, and was on live TV once, and we were getting ready to jump, and he was one of the first or second or last slalomers, and he comes like going for broke from
Oh,
5 ball to 6, and
Yeah.
does a big cartwheel,
Yeah.
flies all over. And then and then the little pickup boat, but he just hung on the side of it till he gets the boat, and we thought, is he injured? And his life jacket blew off. And then he asked me for a pair of shorts because
Oh, sure,
he
come
lost
on.
his board shorts, and he
was a
didn't
big
want to. Didn't really want to get out of the water with a bare butt.
This is a great pass
So,
here. This is 12
looks-
now. This is, oh.
Oh, that was an error.
Yeah, because he
Yeah.
kind of
That
done all
was
the
his
hard
best
work
looking
there.
pass.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Kind of done all the hard. I know he was a little
Yeah.
bit late, but he still was within curly
Yeah.
of running that
Yeah.
pass. Kicking himself a little bit that
I think he
fell
might
off
have
there.
come around 4 so early, got a little
Yeah.
panicked. It was a good. Yeah, got ahead of himself. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Just maybe pulled up a little
Yeah.
narrow too. Anyway,
Yeah, so to finish that story, I
Yeah.
wrestled up a pair of board shorts for Ralphie and slipped them to him, and he got them on in the water and got out of the water and celebrated. Yeah,
yeah. Well, I guess that's one of those things, isn't it, with a
yeah,
live TV coverage.
yeah. But he would never like ski at the end of a slalom, like it was a crash,
Yeah, true.
and then I'm
true.
done. Yeah,
Freddie Winter's a bit like that
Yeah.
now. Okay, Hayden Wickett in next. He's going to start at 55.14, 55.14. So same as we just saw from Finn.
yeah. I got to ski a few days this week with Hayden, and he had a week off. Went on a little bit of a trip and kind of a little bit of a rush preparation, but he skied great the day before we left for here, so he'll probably keep that going.
Okay, 55 on the 14.25 metre line. Pretty cruisy, the old 55K
Yeah.
gives you a bit more time, doesn't it?
Yeah. Hayden skis a little bit with Bruce Coburn, Ryan Green, and Jason Stone. That's where we skied with him up at Stoney's. Have you been there before? It's quite a spot.
I've actually never been to
Yeah.
Stony Park. No, I haven't.
I'd recommend it to anybody.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I caught
Yeah.
caught up with Jason at the Oz Kiwi down
Oh, yeah,
at Lakewood about a month ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never been to Stony Park. No.
Yeah, and then skied with his son Tiger and
Yeah.
Hayden and Samson. We had a really good sort of 2 weeks. Stuck into it pretty good. Weather was good. Kind of got to watch that ocean breeze midday, and then it's nice in the morning and then in the evening, like a lot of places.
Have you got any big tournaments planned up at your place this summer?
No, we'll probably help out a little more, like Predators hosting a couple big events, like over 35, and then our own pro event on this circuit.
Oh, yeah.
And I think hosting-wise at our club is going to be pretty quiet, but you're always helping out sort of wherever the action is.
This is 58 now.
Yeah.
58.14. Nice and early there.
Yeah.
Across the 4. Over to 5. Yeah. Not too bad. A little bit late, but
Yeah.
they still might run the pass. Made sure he didn't
Didn't
fall
overski
off.
it either.
Didn't overski it.
Yeah.
So we're on skier number 4 out of 9 in this under-21 men's slalom. Some real rock stars to come yet. You've got, after Hayden, we've got Fletcher Green from Western Australia, Sam Bainbridge of New Zealand, Santiago Barrientos of Chile, Jake Abson from the United States, and of course Charlie Ross. It's kind of got an extra lifeline here, Charlie, in a lot of ways, because he finished up with juniors here a couple of years ago, I guess, 3 years ago. Won the Open Slalom last year, and then now we've got the under-21 event, so he gets kind of thrown back into juniors because he'll ski under-21.
I told him he was sandbagging when I seen him last, but he is that age, so pretty special talent.
Oh, amazing.
So Hayden was ran this a few times, really easy, but struggled with it a couple days in training too. So I think he's looking pretty stable so far, like just calm and no panic to him. But he'll want this.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll want this because if he gets this, he gets to come back at 12 into the head breeze. Yeah. Which would be nice.
Good start.
Great one ball. Good out of 2. Round 3. He's okay. Slightly down course, but it's all manageable. As he heads across to 6 and out the exit gate.
Yeah, that's really good to see. You know, he did struggle a day or two in training. So it's good to see, you know, just kind of settle in, find his, you know, find the groove, and he's right where he wants to be now. We're trained in there. I was driving, trying to simulate sort of the MOOMBA boat path, and you just feel cruel. It's like, but you know, now is where it pays off. You know, like doing that little bit of extra. You know, and you're not feeling it for the first time.
Last year before MOOMBA, I had Paul de Plum Freiberg come and ski at my little site on my farm, and he had his coach Rahman.
Yeah.
And he was driving on it's not a perfect man-made lake, but it generally is it's a nice straight dam. And everything. And he was driving the MOOMBA jump path pole, and I was like, oh, it looks terrible, but at the end of the day, it's what you're going to get. And it seemed to work okay for Paul.
Because especially at Stoney's where everything's dug out precisely how you'd want it, perfect, and then you're turning the wrong way around the island and all that. But let's hope it pays off for Hayden here.
When my son Curtis was skiing junior member in slalom, and went out and towed a tube ride before he went for a slalom set a couple of days before member. And made as rolly as all heck and sent him out there, and it's all good.
Yeah, good luck.
Okay, here's the 12-metre line. Nice little head breeze. I think about as good as it gets on the Yarra at the moment.
Come on, Hayden.
Getting it done. Getting late though. It's going to be out. 3.5. 3.5 on the 12. Solid score though.
Pretty good event though. That's good to see, you know, like that's the old, he was a bit nervous, you know, training didn't go quite as good.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show you, like, you got to put that out of your mind, get ready for the event, you know, concentrate, focus, think positive, you know, and like you never can tell.
No.
Going both ways.
Yeah, exactly. There's a little bit of luck involved with it too.
Yeah.
I don't know who the skier was early on. Might have been the first. Oh, it wasn't Martin. Was it the next skier that were like, we both commented. They ran a pass and it could have gone. There was 3 or 4 boys in a row where it could have gone either way. There was some 50-50 turns.
Yeah.
But it came off for him, which was great. Mind you, the harder you train and the more skilled you are, the luckier you get, I guess. But still.
You know. Yeah, and then like Finn Mitchell, they're coming up to 5. You and I were both just, this is in the bag.
Yeah,
like,
you had it.
You know, and then. Yeah, the knife cuts quick.
Okay, Fletcher Green now, 58 on the 14-metre line from Perth and Western Australia. Son, of course, of the great Ryan Green, icon of Australian water skiing, and of course Sarah Gaddis-Thorpe, who was an icon of British water skiing, and of course Sarah, former women's winner in the slalom here at MOOMBA. So some good genetics.
And I remember hearing it, Sarah's still the reigning U.S. Masters overall champion.
Oh, there you go.
Looks good.
Yeah, nice from Fletch.
Yeah.
So what you're saying to me is
No
they haven't-
panic there, like he just looked set in.
Yeah, he's-
but he's already tricked. I think that helps, you know.
Yeah, true. That's the
even
good thing
going
about
and-
being a
yeah,
three-eventer is you get out and
yeah,
get an event under your belt.
yeah.
So what you're saying, mate, then is there hasn't been any overall at the US Masters
Yeah.
since Sarah
Yeah.
last skied. Okay.
I heard that bit of trivia last year
Good-
somewhere.
That's a good bit of trivia.
Yeah. I don't want to be fact-checked on it, but I'm not saying it's true. I'm just telling you what I heard.
That's a great
There's
photo.
a good photo of
Fletcher
Fletch,
Green.
yeah.
That's maybe not.
He looks
recent.
ready. Yeah.
I got a feeling those are old PBs though.
Yeah.
On there, I think he's done a little better than that since. They might have been PBs from when he looked that young.
Yeah.
Sure.
Three at 11. 92.40 in tricks.
Okay, here it's now 13-metre line from the Swan Street Bridge. Oh, sorry, the city end. Good tight turn out of 2.
Yeah.
Round 3, looking good. Round 5, it's a good pass.
Yeah. He's got that nice 2-4 right foot forward. Finishes it, you know, with authority. Looks a bit stronger than last season to me, just on the opening passes, you know.
Yeah, I guess he's got a bit bigger. He's definitely
Filled
seems-
out a bit.
Yeah, taller, but you're right.
Yeah.
Maybe lots of skiing and maybe a little bit of gym work. I'm not
Yeah.
sure, but
Slalom on the D3, it says here. He'd like to shout out his hairdresser. What's that say? Bunder? Bunda.
Bunda, my hairdresser.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
They probably got it going live in the
Yeah.
barber shop.
Yeah, could be.
Actually, mate, I went to the skiers' bathroom earlier on, and there's a TV screen in there. In the
Oh, wow.
In the skiers' enclosed bathroom. I don't know if they're going to get the webcast going on
Yeah,
before that.
we're everywhere.
Imagine if you
Yeah.
using the bathroom before your jump
looking at
set
our
at a
faces.
pro tournament, and you could be watching
not
how
very
your
calming.
competitors were going earlier on in the set.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, just a new thing we
Yeah,
might have. here in
I
Melbourne.
might go back to the hotel instead. Yeah. Okay, Fletcher at 12.
Good conditions right now, I think. Like the
Yeah.
slightest of tail breezes. But let's see how he goes, Fletcher. Looks very focused. Good start.
Good one.
Oh, maybe not such a good start.
Oh, little deep there.
Yeah, initially on one, I thought it
Yeah.
looked okay, and then the way he came out at one,
Kind of, yeah.
yeah, it wasn't good, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm going to see the replay, but looks like he got pulled out of a bit at one there. Good gate. Yeah.
Just came into two kind of
Yeah.
shoulder heavy and
Kind of
straight
wants
to
that
the-
one back, you can
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah. It's disappointing.
Yeah.
1.5 at 12. Fletcher would have wanted a little more.
Yeah.
Well, the Kiwi fans back home in New Zealand will be obviously tuning in, watching. They'll be excited to watch the next competitor, who is Sam Bainbridge out of the South Island of New Zealand. He's got our junior record, our under-17 slalom record at 4 at 11.
Wow.
Sam, so he'll be hoping to ski that. No profile for Sam yet?
Well, if it is, it's on the bottom of the pile. Look at this. No,
Oh, it's
Zach.
all- Oh, Zach's his
Yeah.
brother, yeah. Ah,
Close. You can make it up.
well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There he is. Well, it's 4 at 11 is his best performance
Yeah.
in slalom. 18 years of age. I think he might
Rough
be,
going tricks this morning?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was disappointing. Yep.
Well, let's hope he makes it back up and slow.
Yeah, and this is the event that he
Yeah.
cares about. I don't think he's that fussed about slalom and tricks. He's got some event, and the site.
Yeah.
He lives at Northbrook Waters, which is just north of Christchurch, which is a slalom-only site. So
Okay, yeah.
he loves the slalom. So
Yeah.
let's hope he can put it all together.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of find that from club to club or area. You know, if there's a couple good trickers at one area, naturally there's some
People want to
young
trick.
trickers.
Yeah.
Jumps the same. Slalom is all, you know, obviously everywhere. But a lot more slalom only places than anything
There is, mate.
else. Yeah.
A lot of around the world, I think a lot of older guys taking up skiing later, and they just gravitate straight to slalom, and that's
Yeah.
all they do, which
Yeah.
is fine. I mean, that's
Yeah.
but it's not. Whereas people that grew up in sport probably more likely they're going to try all three events.
Yeah.
Tricks and
Yeah.
well, some sites
Yeah.
don't actually have jumps, of course. Now they're expensive.
Quite
things
the
now,
car
mate.
collection going by on the other side there.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Our TV screen appears to have stopped here, but we can see the webcast is still on. Here's Sam Bainbridge. This will be 14:58
Yeah.
from the Swan Street Bridge end. Great slalom style.
Yeah.
It's got one of those classic shorter guy slalom styles.
Yeah,
where
and
he
pretty
moves
even
his
on
hips
both
really
sides,
Well, and yeah,
you know.
You're right. Even on both sides.
Yeah.
It keeps moving those hips and keeps turning that ski.
Yeah, that's a pretty good 2-4, you know. I mean, it's early days, but
So we're down to our last four now. We've got Sam Bainbridge out on the water, followed by Santiago Barrientos of Chile, Jake Abson of the United States, and Charlie Ross of Canada. So we're getting down towards the end. Then we'll have a quick course change, and of course we will be jumping.
yeah. And have they had to close the river for
Transit.
Transit?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet. I think all the transits this year are quite late in the piece, like kind of 5 p.m., 6 p.m.
Okay, yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not as many as the last couple of years. We had quite a few transits the last couple of years, and no boats actually
yeah.
transited. So
I
it's kind of
see
a bit
I was walking down and I see they're patrolling it there.
yeah.
So probably
Stop
if
our
somebody
boats.
wants to cross, they
Well, I don't
gotta
know. I
make
think
it be
it's
known.
pretty closed for most of the day.
Yeah.
Okay, here it comes now. This is 13 metre from the city end, Sam Bainbridge. That was a good pass.
That is really good looking pass.
Beautiful 13 metre pass from Sam Bainbridge.
Yeah. Yeah, he could have done that halfway down the river, I think, and just kept going.
Well, he ran 12 last year here at Junior MOOMBA. Let's hope he can do it again in the under 21 version.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the scores, other than Alexi Werner's 2 at 11, it's the only score on 11.
Yeah.
So kind of almost going to say if you get on to 11, you've got a really good chance at being on the podium, although we still have 3 skiers to go after Sam. But
yeah, I would say, you know, like especially the first round, you know, running 12, you know, some of these guys have tricked already too, you know, like there's always that sort of anxiety in slalom. The first 2 passes can tell a lot, not just here, but more here than almost anywhere, you know.
I think the thing is, with 2 rounds added together, you can't win the event today, but you could actually lose it.
Lose it, yeah.
And by losing it, I mean, I think you have to run 12. I think to win this event, you're going to have to run 12 today.
Yeah.
Probably get halfway down 11 to have a shot at doing well later on.
And, you know, a lot of people at home don't know how hard it is on the nerves just starting here. You know, like you get, you know, you've kind of been training hard for it, and the boat takes off, and it's a little bumpier than you thought it was going to be, and you're a bit rattled, even though it's your opening pass. But Sam looked real comfortable on those first 2 passes. I think he's kind of set in for one here.
He's pretty consistent running 12. Like he's and it's not bad at this. Slightest of tailwinds, but
yeah.
Here he comes now, Sam Bainbridge from the South Island in New Zealand, looking to run this 12 metre line. He did it last year at Junior. Great one ball, great start. Round 2 looks good. Over to 3. Drops the handle a little bit on 3, but he's okay. Round 4 early across the 5.
Yeah.
Oh, good pass.
Yeah.
Great 12 metre pass from Sam Bainbridge.
Really solid. So, yeah, he'll be feeling, actually, I think he'll be feeling good coming into the breeze. And you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like he hasn't scraped anything. He's kind of been in total control since he got out there. So let's hope he gives it a good nudge. And he'll be looking at Alexi's lead there at 2 at least.
Yeah, PB's 4, I believe. So,
just like how he's symmetrical on both sides of the course, you know, he's going to give himself a chance here, I think. Some good gates.
at our Oz Kiwi tournament, Australia versus New Zealand, under 21s, he actually forced a run-off with Lucas Cornell.
Wow.
Sam. It was a 2-round added to get a tournament. He outskied Sam by 2 or 3 boys, and Sam outskied Lucas by 2 or 3 boys in the first round.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being a run-off. I don't know if that was good news for Lucas, though, because I think some of this ankle or foot injury is to do with that extra skiing he had to do at Oz Kiwi. But here we go. Here's Sam Bainbridge, 11.25 metre line. No, I was about to say it was a good one, Jim.
Yeah.
But he couldn't hang on to the handle.
I got a feeling he missed the handle there.
Okay.
Have to see in the
Watch
replay.
the replay.
But
certainly got a lot
or
of
maybe
angle
just
out
didn't
one.
get a full grip, you know. Yeah, so final score of half a buoy. Looks like it kind of got away on him. He looked in good shape, but just popped the handle as he got to the wakes. So Santiago is coming up next at 58.14. Chilean skier, 20 years of age. Personal best of half on the 10.75. Skis with the Mirandas and Tom Asher. And he wants to shout out the Florida Southern College water ski team.
Well, here he is, 14.25 to start. I think that'll be 50. Across the full ball he goes. And nice opening pass, Santiago. Jim, I just had a text.
He looks the business out there.
He does look the business.
Yeah.
I just had a text from my son Curtis. He's watching the webcast in Santiago. He says, you're sounding great.
All
He
right,
said,
all
say
right
hi
on.
to Jim.
Yeah, yeah.
And he says, we're both sounding great. So
Yeah.
there we go. We'll take that.
We'll go with that.
We'll go with
yeah.
that.
Score of 6 there, so he'll be back at 13.
Yeah, so we're down to the last 3 slalomers of the day in this under-21 men's slalom.
Yeah.
Obviously, Santiago at the moment. Jake Abson is next, and then Charlie Ross. And then we'll probably have a 10-minute break, or maybe 15-minute break, I don't know. And then we'll be in with the jump.
Yeah, well, Dave's got the water on the jump
He
already.
has, he's ready to go.
The headwind's dialed in.
He's just got to take a couple of slalom boys out, and
Yeah.
there we go. Dave won't be holding us up. You're
No.
right, the headwind's there.
I think he just has to look at the buoys and they go down on command. Yeah. His hair was dry anyway this morning, so that's a good indicator.
Okay, here we go. This 13-metre line now from the city end. Good start on 1. Over to 2. Round 3. Little puff of breeze here on 5 ball to just hold him up nicely. And there we go.
Yeah,
Good
he
pass
looks
on the
great.
13
That's
metre.
so easy for him. Yeah, he really looks good. That ski's just kind of riding deep and finishing, you know, not losing any speed.
It's interesting, Jim, back in the, you were a pro back in the halcyon days, the height of world water skiing. There wasn't too many skiers from South America back in those days. Argentina and Chile, I wouldn't have thought, but now we've got a whole bunch of them at the top of the game. Am I correct for saying there wasn't too many back then? Or?
No, I think you're right. I think there was some great trickers from Argentina, and then I think Brazil as well. And then, you know, then all of a sudden Javier Julio became a great overall skier, and the Mirandas finished their lake, and yeah. Speak of the devil, we got a Brazilian guy right
Yeah.
next to the booth here.
Brazilian
Yeah,
water ski fan who was at the Worlds in Recife.
Yeah.
And I remember him now because he lost his car keys. And he's back here in Melbourne.
He
so-
must have found him.
I ski in Sao. It's a private thing.
Oh, he skis in a private lake in Brazil, but he's here for the Grand Prix.
Right on.
And water skiing, both. Yeah.
That with Jack Stewart and Abson Filippo.
Oh, he's name dropping now, Jim.
Yeah, yeah.
He's mates with a few of the drivers. So, yeah,
Here we
yeah,
got
good.
Santiago. This is 12, I believe, right?
Yeah, 12
Yeah.
metre line now. A
Yeah.
little bit of a tail breeze. God, water ski fans popping
Yeah.
up from all over the world here. 12 metre line. Oh, no! Oh,
Early fall.
that's a disappointing mistake because
Yeah.
he definitely
Yeah, I didn't
wanted to
see
be
that
on
coming.
11. No.
Yeah.
He looked so good all set.
Yeah.
Just one little mistake there, a little bit of a breeze behind him. And that's going to cost him pretty dearly on a 2-round added together tournament.
Yeah.
That's a lot to make up in tomorrow's second
Yeah.
round. Wow.
Yeah. So anybody's game, really. There's a few surprises.
Yeah, well, Alex Werner from
Yeah.
Victoria,
Yeah.
still sitting on the lead.
Yeah. And actually, a pretty healthy lead going into tomorrow,
Yeah.
podium-wise.
Yeah. It was only him and Sam Bainbridge that are on 11.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we've got Charlie Ross in this field. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, probably everybody's playing for second or third.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's quite surprising, actually.
Yeah.
We've actually had more of the guys in under 17s run 12 than in under
Yeah,
21s
yeah.
at the moment. And the conditions haven't really changed, I don't think.
Not from our vantage point, but you
No, who
kind of
knows?
don't know
Yeah.
either, you know?
Isn't it interesting, you know, people build ski lakes and design ski lakes and they always want to get a headwind for, well,
Yeah.
they want a few things. They don't want
Yeah.
sunstroke and they want a headwind for jump, but MOOMBA is the most natural site in the world.
Yeah.
Nobody planned anything.
No, I
but
don't.
you normally get a headwind in the afternoon
Yeah,
for
yeah.
jump, you know? It's
Yeah.
funny how that all worked out.
Yeah, unless there's weather,
And yeah, exactly.
you know, and then
Yeah.
who knows? But that's anywhere, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because this looks like a nice headwind at the moment.
Yeah. Well, that's a bit of a surprise. So Jake Abelson up next. You just looked on cruise control this morning for tricks there, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, he's obviously there's some talent and tricks at the moment around the world with these youngsters.
Yeah.
So we look forward to that. I think the men's tricks, Jim, all the events, but jump will be great as well, but it always is. But that men's trick, there's probably 7 trickers that could conceivably win the MOOMBA title on Monday in the men's
Yeah,
tricks,
yeah.
you know. So hard to pick.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. And, you know, we got Matty Gonzalez fresh off that pinning record from last weekend. And, of course, as you said, Jack Abelson tricked so well this morning.
Yeah, he had a little bit of an early fall in toes in the first round here this morning. But I've got a feeling he'll make back up for that.
Okay, here's Jake Abelson, world trick record holder out in Slalom in the under-21 event here at MOOMBA. I missed his start speed, but I'm going to go with 14:58.
Yeah, I'm guessing. But yeah, he's really come a long way in the last sort of 18 months with his slalom and jump. You know, he's
Yeah.
been a great tricker throughout, but, you know, and to be an overall skier and do all that work and bring your other 2 weaker events that far up is testament, you know.
Yeah.
Coached by Jimmy Seamers and Camilo Espinal, if I'm pronouncing that right. And his mom and dad.
Yep. got to the point now, well, he would have to be the United States #1 overall skier now, Jake, you would think.
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, Blaze Grubbs had a pretty good year last year, but he took 13,000 points, you know.
Yeah,
pretty
that
hard to beat that,
helps.
even overall. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Yeah. So we'll have 13-metre line coming up now for Jake. From that city end, here he is. Through the entry gates he goes. Round 1. Nice and early here. Across to 4. Over to 5, and that's a nice pass, 13 metre. But pretty much a warm-up pass for him. But
Yeah,
still,
I think
it's
so,
Sierra.
a lot of composure, though. Shorter guy, you know, he has no casual passes, really. You know, for the most part, you know, a lot of the slalomers, they, you know, you might not know it on land, but if you stood him up against or beside some of the other bit more renowned slalom skiers, like he's probably given up 8, 9 inches of height.
Yeah.
On the good slalom ski.
Okay, jump ropes. If you're jumping, you need to measure your jump rope. Have your jump rope measured? Nigel Talamo, our delightful homologator, is ready to measure them down in front of the jump start dock. So if you're not busy right now, get your jump rope and get it measured, folks. Here's Jake Abson now.
Probably half of them, that's the first time they've been measured. It's coming up.
Oh, you North American guys, eh?
Yeah.
Nah, joking. Yep, down here in Oceania, we measure jump ropes. Okay, here we go, 12-metre line now. Oh, good start on one from Jake Abson. Looking good. Stretched a little bit across the 3.
Yeah.
He's okay.
So powerful, eh?
Over to 5 he goes. And nice pass, runs the 12-metre line, Jake
Total
Abson.
Control.
For the 11.25 coming up, current lead is still with our second skier off the dock, Alexi Werner of Victoria, with 2 at 11. Then we have Sam Bainbridge from New Zealand with half at 11. And we have 6 at 12 at the moment for Jake Abson, but he's still out there, of course. And left on the dock is just the one and only, the great Charlie Ross. So if you love high-quality slalom skiing, then this is the place to be.
I think Jake will be pretty aggressive here. Like, he's really got nothing to lose.
That's
and
true.
He will
You're
want
right.
to get down the line a bit.
Yeah. PB's 3 at 10.75.
That's what it says, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here it comes now. 11.25 metre line, 38 off if you're watching from North America. Not the greatest one.
of a-
Dips forward out of 1. He's laid a
good
big 2
2,
though.
though.
He's back on this. Round 3. He's in trouble to 4, I think, though. Round 4. He's going to get 4. 11 on 4 at 11.25. Scrambled his way through that
I
pass.
think he got back.
But watch the replay. I don't think it was the greatest start on 1, but big 2 ball, Jimmy.
Yeah, exactly.
Slam
Yeah.
2 ball.
Yeah, I kind of thought he was going to do that too, with just that powerful 2 ball. He can hang on to anything, you know, put himself mid-course, and I think he's looking pretty good for overall with leading slalom at this point and tricks as well. So
Yeah. Well, if you look at that under 21 field, there's not all that many in overall. There's quite a few that are single eventers or 2 eventers.
yeah,
Well, folks, we're in for a treat here if you're a water ski fan, particularly of the slalom event, because Charlie Ross is coming up next. A lot of people talk about Charlie as being the next guy that's going to maybe break the world record in slalom. He's going to win a whole bunch of world champs and that sort of stuff. I was defending champion here at MOOMBA in the open event, and of course forced Nate Smith into a run-off at the Worlds in Riccido in end of August. So he's such a talent. Personal best is maybe 1 at 9.75, but he's one of the few guys last year to run the 10.25.
well, and it's the consistency too. Like
Yeah.
that's, you know, these scores sound good, you know, in the slalom community, but you know, I put a lot of weight into what he do at events like this, or a Worlds, or a Masters, you know. And he's starting to tick all those boxes early in his career.
$13-meter start, I think it is, and he runs that pretty comfortably.
Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah, he's got super consistent now.
Yeah,
The Charlie Ross of 5 or 6 years ago that used to have the odd time where he'd miss his first pass or something would go wrong. That's gone now. He seems to be calm. You know, like he looks the goods.
yeah. I was funny story. This is like 8 or 9 years ago. I was in Florida, and I skied for years with his dad, Drew Ross, on the national team. So we met up for lunch, and I was kind of not around the sport a bunch at that time. So we meet out for lunch, and I go, Drew's asking about my kids, and then I'm asking about his, and he goes, my daughter's really into skiing, but my son's really not that into it. You know, maybe he'll get into it. Don't want to push him. And then a few years later, I'm like, what are you talking about, Drew? And here we are now.
Part of that new wave of young slalom skiers. Lucas Cornell, of course, is in that wave, and then sort of just behind them, you've got the like of Kyle's boys, you know, Damien and Jaden Eade, and there's a whole bunch of them coming through now that very strong slalom skiers.
Well, and I think that's the high end, the top in the world, but like being here for the last month, I'd love seeing the up and comers, you know, middle of the field, Australia, New Zealand. Like there's a lot of talent coming up right now.
That's good. Okay, it's Charlie Ross now. This is 12-meter line. It's just quality, isn't it?
It shouldn't be that easy, should it?
No. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of slalom skiers in the world pretty envious watching him. Like, you know, you kind of hope you can do what he's doing out there, but it's unlikely.
Yeah, and it's a little bit I guess it's a little bit like Nate Smith 10 years ago. You know,
Yeah.
people watch Nate Smith and like, what
Yeah.
are you doing? It makes
Just
it look
the
so easy.
balance and-
yeah,
yeah.
so even on both
Yeah.
sides, and something that he'd do stuff in his edge change that you kind of didn't figure out. But
like you watch
yeah.
those two guys, and it doesn't look like they need gloves. Like
No,
they're just,
you're right.
you know,
You're
floating out there.
Okay, so just a quick announcement for the people on site. We're going to start jump at 2:25. So even though we're going to finish in 5 minutes with the slalom, we're going to have a bit of a break and start jump at 2:25. So people watching back home with webcasts, depending on where you are in the world, you can go to have dinner, lunch, I'm not sure.
Go to the beer store.
Yeah, exactly. Go, maybe even do some work for 20 minutes. I don't know.
But you don't want to miss this guy in the last few
No,
passes.
watch this next couple of passes.
Yeah.
This is
Don't run
11
away.
now.
Don't run away yet.
This is 11.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, you know what I'd love is for him to run something crazy like 4 or 5 at 10:25, or maybe
Yeah.
run it and just watch the rest of the slalom skis just pack up and go home. No,
Or,
I'm joking.
or
They
I
wouldn't
mean,
do that.
I was thinking
Yeah.
you were going to say the whole slalom community back overseas. First event of the year, Jesus.
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
like, here we
yeah,
go again.
Yeah. Let's see how he goes.
Yeah.
Doesn't work like that actually.
No,
When
exactly.
good slalom skiers see someone ski well, it's a bit
They
like
know.
jump.
Yeah.
They think, oh, it's got to be good out there, and they're buoyed and confident. But here we go. Here's the 11.25 metre line now for Charlie Ross.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Exhibition of quality slalom skiing.
Yeah.
Round 3. Over to 4. He's taken the lead, but more importantly,
Yeah.
he has just comfortably
He
run
just
the
doesn't have an
11.25 metre line.
offside. You notice, like,
Amazing.
there's so few of them like that. It's like, you want my good side or my real good side? You know.
So, I haven't got. Bruce Coburn's probably got this in his brain. I think it would have been around late 80s, 1989. Mike Shaylander became the first man to ever run that past the 11.25 at Moomba, and I bet bottom dollar he did not look that smooth. Mike Shaylander in 1989 ran the first ever 11.25.
The river
on
would have
Yarra.
been lower when he was done from the amount of water he got splashed out of the place. Yeah.
That's a great pass.
Yeah. Yeah. Few more exciting than him to watch, though.
Yeah, that's
You know.
right.
Yeah. Things look pretty flat. Like conditions, I think have held as good as they ever do for the whole slalom event here.
Yeah, it's been quite nice, quite even for the whole field.
Yeah. Tide's creeping up a bit, though.
Yeah, it's coming back in.
Yeah.
I actually, because I'd heard that it was raining a bit in Melbourne
Yeah.
earlier on in the week, and I was a bit worried that the river could be a bit high, but they obviously didn't get as much as they thought they were going to get.
No, it was raining when I rolled in yesterday morning, but it quit by lunchtime.
Okay.
And not hard either.
Yeah. Here we go. Charlie Ross now, 10.75 from the city end. Round 2 over to 3. Looking good. Looking on time. Round 4. Looks like he's got this. Round 5. Over to 5. Over to 6. And runs to 10.75.
Yeah.
Put your hands together, Mel.
Yeah.
Sensation.
Yeah, that was
stuff.
nice. You know, he had to go to work there by 2 ball.
Yeah,
you
2,
know,
he kind of
like,
stood
it was
up a little bit.
of,
in the
he probably
yeah.
didn't love his start, but, you know, the experience
Yeah, he watched
and the
that.
confidence, you know, just figure out where I'm going to make it up, which they think so fast, you know, and then one great turn and you're early for 6 like he was.
Well, he's a defending champion here at Moomba in the Open, of course, and we'll see that a little bit later on in the weekend. But he's certainly making a good start to his 2026 campaign, skiing here in the under-21s.
Well, he comes as advertised, as
Yeah.
they say. Yeah.
So the 10.25, for years the course record was on this pass, and it was, I think, it was 2 for a while, then it was 3, then it was 4, and then all of a sudden Nate Smith ran it.
Yeah.
So it has been run here on the Yarra,
Yeah.
but it's a very rare thing to see the 10.25. I'd say anything
I'd
more
be
than
surprised.
kind of 3 here would
Yeah.
be some sort of would be an amazing
Yeah.
score.
And, you know, the water is not perfect right now, but it's not terrible. But
No.
if he was to get deep on this, I'd be very impressed. Especially like when he's got the lead he has, you know.
This is so short, this rope, of course.
But you got a feeling if he had to, he probably could put it together. He's quickly becoming one of those clutch
Yeah.
competitors too, you know, where like he'll find a way.
Well, I guess in a lot of ways, those times that he didn't quite get it together and failed earlier on has probably hardened him, you know. And it's made him a
That's
better
part of
skier.
it.
He's
Exactly.
growing with it. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Charlie Ross now, 10.25 metre line. About as short as it gets in World Slalom skiing around 1. Great start
Great
on
one ball.
Over to 2. Looking good. Heads for 3, 10.25. He's around 3. Can he get the 4? He's going to get the 4 on the 10.25. Does he get back to the boat wakes? Put your hands
Wow,
together.
great effort.
4 on the 10.25. That's sensational.
Yeah.
Sensational score from Charlie Ross. Sends a message to the rest of the men's slalom
Yeah.
field.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, he, sends a message that A, the river skiing great this year, and B, that Nautique
Yeah,
skis
exactly.
super well.
And
Gives
I
them
think
all confidence.
You know, and I think too, the first year with the new boat, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, first year. Yep.
You know, so it's just kind of send. You know, when you're a competitor, all that stuff sends a message. You know, it's skiing good.
In fact, I'm not sure. I think is Glenn Martin driving this at the moment? We're not getting anyone giving us any backup here.
No
The
one
drivers.
cares.
But if Glenn Martin's driving, this is the first time he's driven one of these new Nautics.
Oh wow, yeah.
So, but he's a great driver.
Yeah.
He's a really good driver, but it just
Yeah.
shows how good these boats are.
Yeah,
They can just jump
exactly.
in and drive so well.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure if it's not the first big event that boat's towed. We should learn
Yeah,
that.
of big
Yeah.
events it probably is.
Yeah, yeah.
It towed the disabled worlds up at Moala. Put
Okay,
your hands together,
yeah.
folks. Charlie Ross, an absolute phenom
Yeah,
of men's slalom. Unbelievable score, 4 in the
Yeah.
10.25.
yeah. He's jumped out into a bit of a lead here.
Yeah, a bit of a buffer,
Yeah.
as you'd say.
yeah.
What's that, a 12-boy buffer?
Yeah, I think he's unheard of.
Yeah, so he's essentially, once he runs his first pass in
Yeah.
the next round, but that's
Yeah.
okay. The other guys will fight it out for the podium for second and third.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to sign off now, just for a few minutes. Yeah, 2:25. We're back with the jump. So we'll probably come back on air about 2:20. So 10 or 12 minutes.
Okay.
We'll be back on air. I'm going to take off. I've got to go
Yeah.
and try and find this swanky apartment and check into it. But Jim, I don't know. I think Jared Farrar is going to come in, and you might be helping him out for a little while.
Yeah, we'll see
Sounds
how.
good.
I'm sure we'll see you lots over the next few days.
Awesome,
Thanks,
mate.
Glenn.
No worries.